Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the U Waterloo Esports Golden Goose 2022 Valorant semifinals. It is your casters reunited after a long drought. Blobfish and Bowser here with the teams 1R4L on attack, Daddy Davis on defense. We're going to Ascent. We're hopping right into the action, straight to Agent Select. Bowser, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, and I'm really looking forward to these matches today, especially this one that we're starting off with. It's going to be a banger. As the defending side, Daddy Davis, we've actually seen a lot of these players on our stream before. So Toph, Vex, Prim, Ichiro Light. I believe we've seen all of these players actually because most of these players are part of the Waterloo varsity team, whether or not that's the gold team, which is our A team, or the black team, which is the B team. And so a lot of these faces very familiar, and they're not playing around for sure. Because I know for a fact, Light, Sova main, Toph, a Jet main, Vex, the Sentinel main, and Prim and Ichiro I've seen a little less of, but I definitely remember that they have very strong agents when it comes to Ascent as well. And so but we're going to see what's happening on the other side of things, on the attack side, as we're seeing a chamber coming out instead of the Killjoy. So it's a little cool to see the new mix up, but they're still going with the Jet, even though they have the op on the chamber as well. So any thoughts on your part as well? Because we're also seeing a Sky instead of a Reyna. What are your thoughts on the comp?
Well, I mean, we've been seeing a lot of the rise of Chamber lately with that rendezvous time so instantaneous. It's super common to see take those aggressive angles early, look for a pick, and then instantly teleport away to safety onto that secondary angle. But we've also seen some, or at least I personally, I've also seen some double duelist comps wreak havoc, especially when you have cloudburst dashes onto site or leers for clearing corners. Um, I think both comps have merit, and obviously they're pretty standard overall. We're not seeing that much in terms of those weird agents, I guess, that are not really as prevalent in the meta right now. But starting off, we are going to see on the pistol round, hopefully something to work with in terms of strategy, but then again, overall, I'm just excited to be back casting some Valorant and getting to see good action here on Ascent. How it goes, and Bowser, you're the analyst more so than I am, and you've got plenty of thoughts as well.
Yeah, and pistol, it looks like they're going for some sort of default, which you generally don't see too often on pistols because you're playing with these close range guns. And when you're playing these close range guns, it's a lot easier to get up in your face. And getting up in the face means that you can trade more effectively. But it does look like they're going for a heavier mid control here with 3 towards mid. A counter gravity well is going to try to slow this down a little bit, but no one's going to be peeking off of it. And resetting back, still the default positions here for the side attack. Very slow, just getting out of the utility bait, even though there's not a lot of utility on pistols here. But we'll see what they end up deciding to push in a couple seconds here.
Speaking of pushing, Sequoia is looking from a tree, but could peek right into the crosshairs of a couple members. Gets headshot and can eventually swing. Find it, gets traded up by Implicit though. And he's going to give the tree over to L. Around this corner, but shooting through the smoke, not able to connect shots left on a sliver of health. That means the rest is going to back off. They're going to spike down, but look at this. There is Mac on the flank here, and he might go completely uncontested if Daddy Davis is not careful. Mac is crawling up. He's on the move. He's got the knife out. Are they going to be able to hear him? Because just these people on Heaven, they might not be ready to push it through the open. Yep, here it comes. 1-2. There it is. That's one enemy remaining. He's all up the top, but he's doing work as well. Going for the spike, looking to half it at least, most likely. Is he going to go for the full commit? Now he's off and gets the swing, and that's going to be first round pistol going over Daddy Davis on the defense. Bloodbath leaving only Toph alive.
Yeah, huge round there from Toph. It really looked like it was going to swing into the favor of the side of 1R4L there, but then Toph coming in from the tree position while everyone was putting their attention onto Heaven, and Toph comes up huge, not taking a lot of damage coming out from that tree position as well, finding the 2 that were on the ground, and then just the player in Heaven flanking left to deal with, and Toph wins out that 1v1 with the half stick first, and then the swing on the left side of Gen there. Huge round from Toph.
Yeah, but now that round wins, going to transfer over to the buys for the side of Daddy Davis. Starting out with that recon dart out mid. Vex baiting for a shot, looking for info, but smoke is up, so not much is going to be given there. There's the one way on A side as well, being held by Toph. Now the spike goes down. He might look to push out, but Eric's is there as well. But he's got backup from the side of Ichira, who's going to secure that kill. First blood over to Daddy Davis. So there's going to be one member's down already. Vex might get flashed out here, though. Good dodge from him, and that means he gets 1, 2 out of bullets. But still, that's a good hold because Lights with the Ares shooting all the way from lane. That's another. That was all down to Sequoia, who spotted out, wall banged out, and out of this round. Second round would carry over. Easy peasy for Daddy Davis.
Yeah, really good around there from Daddy Davis. One thing to really highlight there is teamwork. We had Vex playing in that market position alone, and when you're playing in that market position, you don't really have any cover if you're holding the angle rather than peeking down mid. And so if you don't have cover, how are you supposed to get multiple kills? First of all, you don't get flashed. And then second of all, Light in lane can also see into market with you at the same time. So even though Vex gets 2 there, Light also gets a 3rd, which is an extra bonus. And now it's just a 3v1 situation, 4v1 if someone else didn't die in that round. But very big round there from Daddy Davis. Good hold, good teamwork between Vex and Light there.
Now that means that 1R4L, though, after 2 losses, going to have rifles posted with majority on full shield. This is going to be a round they're going to try to take away. It's going to be this one, but Toph has spent that upgrade on an operator, so that's going to be a big sniper. Looking down a couple of those angles, which in all reality, 1R4L might not be expecting. So, gonna see if they're gonna play this out. They started out on the default, but now here comes the op shot. They know that's something they've got to be wary of. Guiding Light gets taken down, but is Prim gonna be able to be there? Sequoia actually finds a kill on Toph. That's the op down. It's 2 members down already for 1R4L. They're gonna get on the side. They're gonna get spiked down. They're actually gonna take down Ichira as well, and that's gonna be the 2-on-4 site retake attempt. It's gonna have to come out from Daddy Davis.
Yeah, and they don't have much expensive weaponry in this round, so it's definitely a possibility that they will go for this and do as much damage as possible. Vex might even opt to save this Phantom with 89 HP left here, unless Light is probably able to find one with the spam on the Ares in heaven.
Got the operator as well, so they might just look to take that, potentially save it. Yeah, there it is. That's the pickup, and they're just going to look to hold exits or whatever angle they're willing. As the rest of 1R4L, they're just going to back off, most likely knowing that there's no chance for a defuse now. And they're going to take that win, which, to be fair, should have gone their way either way. The op trying its best to take whatever advantages it can, but goes down. But still, it stays the way of... Oh, wait. Yep, Vex taken down, but the op stays on the side of Light.
Yeah, Vex not standing outside of the blast radius of the spike there. A little bit unfortunate miscalculation there. But I want to highlight in that round, they actually had a really good cat setup going on for them with an op and a Phantom playing bait very, very close next to the op. Or it was a Spectre, I'm not quite sure. But good angle for a close range gun between the Phantom and the Spectre regardless, with the op baiting for them. If the op shot connects, probably a different story there, but very good Trailblazer coming out to scout out the fact that the op was there in the first place. So nice round coming out from both sides of things, and really coin tossing whoever wins on that cat position as Prim takes down Implicement. You never see a controller walking out mid like that, and Prim with a huge first blood in this round here now.
That means Daddy Davis is on the advantage. Guns are even. Toph back on the op. Watching that mid angle, but not going to give it away anything just yet. Trailblazer comes out of B main, but Sequoia has already been tagged from an earlier altercation. Going to get healed up by that regrowth, and going to turn their attention back to mid. So Toph has already moved off that angle. Smoke's going to come out, look for the rotate, potentially try to hit A. Only one poised there for now is still Prim on that Phantom. Chilling around that tree angle, but Vex decides to push out of smoke. Finds one, actually takes down Spike, so that's information. That's going to signal the rest of Daddy Davis to retake some position on the map here, and potentially be on that lookout for that A push. That's already 4 members on the rotate, so this is going to be a bit of a more difficult execute if this is what 1R4L is going to decide to execute on. And that they now have a lot of people to contest with. Ichiro takes down one Toph with the floating shorty, and Ichiro to close it out, and that's a flawless round for Daddy Davis.
Yeah, the problem there was rotating through mid. They decided to stomp through, and when you stomp through, it gives information to Vex that, oh yeah, they're all going up cat. Send one player towards A. Let me see if I can flank them from mid. Finds the timing on the spike of all things as well. Backs off, plays it smart, not over contesting and overextending there after getting their one, and then telling the rest of the team, yeah, they have to go A now. There's no chance for them. 3 players on A site. Each hero finds one. Rounds over.
Let's play.
Implicit though, going for a little bit of a challenge, pulling out that ult, asking the defensive team if they want to peek him with that big barrel shooting down mid. No peeks given, of course, but he's going to continue to hold those angles as drones come out for Daddy Davis out B main. He's going to spot at least 2. Sequoia gets tagged out, but no ult for Light yet, so no Hunter's Fury. Gonna try to take advantage of that recon dart. And as Implicit picks back up the rendezvous, that's probably gonna signal or rotate off B, because the spike is slowly creeping up A main. So what's the play here for 1R4L now?
Well, they're going to be walking into a 3-stack here. They'll Aldrone to try to get some information. Probably looking for the operator, but Toph, being the wiser, just staying tough. And now he's going to have the angle as well. This should be good for the side of Daddy Davis. Toph is already on site as well, but...
Oh, the peek.
Yeah, there's the peek from Let's Go. Toph trying to get out, but Sequoia is going to finish him off. And now it's probably on 1R4L with the site hold here as Grim's going to try to retake from the door. Eric's just coming out of nowhere, but Implicit trades right back there.
Yeah, peeking right into that barrel of the gun, and ooh, Ichira, a fast dismiss, just barely getting away from the shots there from Toph. Or sorry, not from Toph, from Sequoia, but still, that's a big barrel looking down. Might have to just peek into it, and that's going to be a 3K coming out. Tour de Force finding real value here, picking up a Phantom as well for good measure, and that's going to be the round picked up after a while for 1R4L.
Yeah, I really thought it was going to go the way of Daddy Davis at first because we had Toph posted in heaven. But as soon as they dropped that Cosmic Divide, Toph dropping off onto site makes it an easy target. As if you have an op there and they're already rushing site through the choke, there's no real escape for you there. And if you just have a shorty, at best, maybe you get one with it, but none coming from the side of Toph makes it very, very difficult. Maybe respecting the Cosmic Divide and just playing retake would have been a slightly better option. But in those heated moments, it's quite hard to decide what you should be doing as you don't have many support and you may be trying to make a hero play as Sequoia finds Light for first blood in this round as well.
So that's the op switching over. It's going to get one kill. Light already down. Tycho's got the Seekers as well, so it's going to send those out. That's basically going to mean that the majority of Daddy Davis is going to have to back off the site here. It's going to be a free stake. Still can do 5-on-4 post-plant retake for the side of Daddy Davis now. Vex considering the lockdown, but not gonna place it down yet. Gonna break the door and slowly coming down. Sequoia holding the main angle onto CT with that op. Vex gonna push doors, but they've got Top planted on the flank as well. Sequoia though gonna find Vex. Gets blinded out, whereas Implicit from site's gonna find it here as well. But here comes Toph. That's one down, but he's the last one left. He's got the op now. He's gonna just look to save it. He can still hold those angles, but yeah, he's gonna back off. Breaks that trademark and gets himself out of there. That's done and carried over to the next round. Are they going to look to hunt for him, though, Bowser? Because that is a valuable gun there that they might want to take back.
Ooh. Well,
question answer.
Yep, question answer.
Oh, goodbye, Eric's. Good round.
Good round for sure. That was a very fast execute onto the B site there, and there wasn't much that UW could do is, or sorry, not UW. I'm used to calling them UW.
Daddy Davis.
Daddy Davis now. What could do is they were in a 4v5 situation, and when you're in those kind of situations with that early pick, there's generally only one player holding each lane and not playing teamwork if they're not making some sort of aggressive play. And so they find the right opportunity, right opening, and get into sight very quickly there, and evens out this game at 3 apiece. We have a very fast eco round coming out. Lyco holding it down mid, not letting anyone through, as now Ichiro stuck in this mid position. Aldrin spotting him out as well.
Yeah, and I mean, a pretty common eco strat. I mean, you've got the lesser guns. You're going to want to try to stick together, trade for each other, and try to get as many kills as you can. Take as many guns off the enemy team as possible. They've got one Tycho, each getting a good shot there, but at this point, I think it's just a slow burn, as that's still 4 members of 1R4L up with the vastly superior weaponry. It's not to say we should underestimate each other with the gun's hair, and caught between a recon dart and all 4 members of 1R4L, gets promptly wallbanged and taken down. So now it's just going to be for the last surviving members of Daddy Davis, trying to get as many guns off the hands of 1R4L as possible. Take as many members with you before you go down, unless they pull off some sort of miracle, which I'm not saying it's not possible, but they're going to have to work hard for it. And speaking of working hard for it, not so much for the side of 1R4L. 2 quick easy kills, secure the round, get the plan as well. Done and done.
Yeah, very nice default for coming out from the side of 1R4L. They were just holding mid, looking for an aggressive play coming out from Daddy Davis. And they do get the aggressive play coming out mid. Lyco finds 2 and instantly takes them down. From there, they knew Light was also mid somewhere. Recon Dart spots him out. All 4 players ready to spam it. Gets that kill. And then once they do that, they know, okay, it's a 4v2. We stick together. We trade. We win the round. Nothing too fancy about it. Very textbook round there. That is. Short tech pause coming out, but immediately fixed by the players. So back into the action we are, as we see the trademark getting instantly destroyed by that shock dart. Very good value there from Light.
Yeah, and again, slow default position. They are going to pick up the orb. Pharrell is going to get heard, but that doesn't mean anything yet. And no sort of reaction at all. Daddy Davis just content holding angles. They have to be very careful this round, because if you look at the credit score, it's quite a couple of big fat zeros there on the board. So they're going to want to take the fights as cleanly as possible, make sure that they don't let any lives go to waste, because that is money down the drain if that does happen. So they're going to play this very slow, kind of as is 1R4L, and look at that, implicit, losing, but barely keeping himself alive with that instant teleport. Eric's is going to use that hunting spear on the A site, but it's actually Toph that's going to get the kill on Max, who peeked out main. Going to destroy that dart as well, so no information as to his whereabouts, but they know the general position. Direct as we're going to start rotating now, as 1R4L is there, and here comes Cosmic Divide signaling the push, and oh my goodness, bloodbath all across the board, but it's Vex that gets the final word in this push, takes down the remaining members of 1R4L, except for Tycho, who is making quite a bit of noise mid.
Yeah, Tycho also 30 HP, but still trying to find some kills and damage, since I believe they have some pretty good economy anyways, and any economy damage on the other side would have been more valuable. So not a bad round from the side of Daddy Davis, as they did secure that one, so that keeps their economy going. Very nice 2-man game once again from Toph and Vex there. Toph playing on that default position, but this time support from Door, and that's the difference maker in these rounds. Is generally, if you try to take a solo fight at this level of play, you'll probably get traded out. But if you've got 2 players holding down a single choke, very strong showing from the side of defense, as you can see.
Yeah, and look at this. It's almost like the 2 teams are meeting together. That's all 5 members of 1R4L and 4 members. And oh my goodness, here comes the kills already. Down, both Jets finding kills, but it's Koya who's going to get taken down. One Jet down for the attackers, whereas Toph still alive with that off. Still surprised that only 1 person went down there, but Tycho picking up the orb means he's got the Seekers, and they're going to follow the drone most likely with that ult, unless they get faced with some serious competition. Here comes the Seekers, but in response, a lockdown. Toph only finding 1 though with that off peak. That still might mean that 1R4L is going to make it onto the site. It's only Light here on Boathouse, not able to connect with Implicit, not able to connect onto Tycho. That leaves 2. He's waiting main. Still got the Odin. Vex, you gotta watch that corner. Oh, because you've got people everywhere. Prim goes down, all up to the Killjoy, finds 1. It's all up to Implicit. But does Vex know where he is? Got the turret up, but here's the peak. And turret down, Vex down, and 1R4L up 1 round.
Wow, that was a very scary round for 1R4L there. They really forced the issue. They started out taking lots of utility in B main. There's an Astra, Gravity Well, and Al drone spotting out 3 members. They slow it down, but then they keep going. They use the Killjoy lockdown, then they combine that with the Seekers, and they just kept forcing it in there, and eventually got into the site, taking down all the members, and they just knew how to use the utilities in the right utility in the right spot to take down all the players, and got there at the end with Implicit in the 1v1 situation. So very tough round to squeeze out there, as they were really hard forcing onto that B site, but they made it work.
And now making it work means that it's going to put Daddy Davis again on another eco. Blaze Storm's out for Toph, hoping to get some resets there. But, hey, look, it's another round with Implicit on the Odin. Top fragging with that big gun. Always fun to watch and hear as we are in-game. Prim has to be careful there. If he goes for that peek, could cost him his life. But another slow early round. Trailblazers coming up B main. Running up mid as well. Might catch up Vex, who has no alarm bot, so not going to know only by sound if they're pushing up. And this could cost them because they are pushing up. But oh my goodness, look at this. Toph got access to the flank uncontested, and that means he finds 2 quick easy kills from people pushing up mid.
Last player standing.
Max gets taken down as well by Ichira. Now again, it's all up to Taiko, who was still in market, but he doesn't have the spike now.
30
And
seconds left.
gonna hear him, gonna know where he is. And they basically bought him boxed in around the spike, so gonna have to push up this smoke, and doesn't see Ichira coming, and that's a thrifty round for Daddy Davis. They've got to be pretty happy with that one.
Yeah, they gotta be really happy, because it's a mistake that 1R4L has already made in this series, and they made the same mistake. And that mistake was making footsteps. They didn't have any reason to not be patient and run down mid like that. And running down mid means Toph can freely walk out of that cat's mouth and kill the Sova in the back, and then dash in and kill a second. And because of that, 2-man game once again. Vex peeks out of market because Toph has got contact from mid, and everyone's looking for the flank now. Vex also finds one, 3 guns down, and that makes it a really close round, as it's a 5v3, and you've got guns on the eco side plus the knives. So they've got to be more careful when they make those sound cues given to the other side of things, and maybe they should start using them to bait out things, because it really seems like Daddy Davis want to push through every single time they hear those steps.
Yeah, and we, in discussing last round, all of a sudden in this next round, they're already on site. Spike's already down, and no one's even gone down yet. It's going to be a full 5-on-5 retake. These are known to be more often than not bloodbaths, so let's see how it goes. No one down yet, but Sequoia's got the Blade Storm out. It is a bit of a mid-buy there, and that means the bigger guns might start wreaking some havoc. Top 5-1, Mac, ready to take down with a headshot. Become hurt. Does expose a couple members, but here comes the push now from Daddy Davis. Life finding one. Ichira another implicit. Trades on the Vex, but he pulls out the gun, but he just gets met by the top with the shorty. Prim closes out Sequoia, and that's another round win for Daddy Davis. Very unfortunate timing there all across the board for 1R4L, and that means Daddy Davis takes the round, losing only 1 member.
Last round in the half.
Now we're in the last round in the half, and it's going to be another probably mid-buy on 1R4L. Irex on the Bulldog, Mac on the Spectre. Nope, switching off to another Bulldog. Can't really afford the full rifles, whereas Daddy Davis is primed and ready to head into the second half. Most likely on that 7-5 scoreline. Gonna see if 1R4L has anything to say about it. Eyes on Implicit with the Vandal, but only a light shield to his name. No ult either, just used it last round. Desperation to try to save it. Good bait there from Implicit. Stops Ichira for now. And, oh, but look at this. The 2-man push all the way up cat. Sequoia could find big value here if he chooses to push through the smoke. Oh, nope. Meets Toph instead. Taking him down. Mac with the re-peek, but oh, Toph wasn't ready. Almost gets Bulldog. But look at this. They've switched sides. The defenders are on the attacking side. They're going to catch Eric and Taiko off guard, but Eric finds one, but Prim wreaking havoc as well. What is going on in this round? All the sides are switched, and now it's all up to Implicit again. How did this happen? The Frenchman all on his lonesome, beating the bullets of the shorty, beating all 4 members of Daddy Davis, has to back off, and now they are on the hunt. They know where he is. They know that they want to take him down. They know the 7-5 half is in their favor. Yep, there it is. Ichira securing it. We're going to head into the second half with Daddy Davis with 2-round lead.
Switching sides.
Yeah, and unfortunately I wasn't able to catch the beginning of that round. My internet was cutting out slightly, but overall in the half, I want to compliment both sides for playing such amazing Valorant. The Daddy Davis's highlights probably were teamwork that they had. Very, very good two-man games on all sides of the map, whether that be the market with the cat or the market with Lane or A site with the door player. Lots of nice teamwork coming from the side of Dad Davis. And on the other side of things, 1R4L, really, really amazing timing mix-ups. One round, they're going super hard onto B site. One round, they're just Astro Walling, walking in for free. And then a couple rounds, they're not doing anything for a whole 30 seconds, sitting back in their default, waiting for everyone to push. And it really blows my mind how disciplined these players are, as generally what happens is when you find a weakness, you just want to run that same setup over and over and expose that weakness. But 1R4L, very disciplined, know that, okay, that's not going to work on a team of this caliber, and we need to start mixing things up. We need to go slow some rounds. We need to push hard some rounds. And sometimes you can just walk into B for free because of how spread out on the map Daddy Davis is, because they need to respond to all these different mix-ups that 1R4L has.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, now that we're switching sides, we're going to see whether those slight comp differences are going to go the way of 1R4L. They're on the attack now, and they've got two duelists to work with. So that is double the entry, double the fragging power. Not to say that Implicit or Tycho can't do some cheeky early peaks themselves, but of course, the Reyna and the Jet have that safety as well with those dashes and those dismisses. But either way, we're going to see how it goes, as the quick pause now over means that we're into this second half true and well. And speaking of going into the second half, looks like 1R4L is just, or sorry, Daddy Davis, sorry, we switched sides, is going to just go straight onto site, but Toph gets caught by the headhunter. Puts it finding first blood. Numbers get evened out by Light, as kills come out across the board, as Push hasn't gotten them fully onto site yet, but Daddy Davis holding tight corners, finding more kills. Light and Vex both picking up one apiece. Means that Spike goes down with a one-man advantage to the side of Daddy Davis, as Post Plant gonna be a little rougher for 1R4L.
Obscuring vision.
Yeah, Implicit trying to get the Ghost. Prim is inside of the smoke, does walk out on the good timing. Light peeks out and finds Implicit. Now it's a 2-on-1, but both players low on the side of Daddy Davis. Could be a possibility for Mac to take two separate 1v1s if they are able to make a good play. Wow, this is such a creative smoke. I've never seen this one before. Mac is not going to be looking the right way while exiting that Astra smoke, and because of that, Light finds a fourth in the round, and Daddy Davis takes pistol.
Yeah, that's just a really, really rough 1-on-2 to be in. You've got, obviously, Light holding that close corner on box, but you've also got that turret to deal with. And I think Mac heard that turret pushing out and had to assume that maybe someone was holding the similar angle, had to be ready for it. But when you're in that 1-on-2, yeah, if they give him the 1-on-1, more power to you. But, oh, man, the moment Implicit goes down, it's going to be really rough. But, hey, it's just pistol. But that does mean that Daddy Davis, now, with that lead already from the first half, going to look to carry over to most likely another round with those Spectre buys. Of course, as we drone out mid, but they're going to play a more default style. No rush on the site. Looking for any pick that can be given to them, and it's going to be Implicit taking the 1-on-1 against the turret and then losing to a peek from Vex. So maybe not what he was looking for. But Tycho looking for something cheeky as well, but not able to find it either. The Spectre close range is just a little too strong. Long range 2 takes down Mac, who only has a classic to their name, and that's going to be the 3-on-2, or sorry, the 5-on-2 post plant. Again, really rough for 1-on-4.
Yeah, just like that, Ichiro top cleaning up the last 2 kills. Not really much to break down from that round. Very textbook SMG round, but what's going to be important is this first rifle coming out from the side of 1R4L here, because we've seen what Daddy Davis can do on these defensive setups, but 1R4L is new information to both of us. So taking a look at this setup right now, we see that the Astra Stars are towards the extremity, and they don't have an is that a trademark mid? Yeah, that's a trademark mid. So typically where most killjoys would put their alarm bots in that position, they're going for the trademark so that they can stack heavier onto the wings here. So doesn't look like Daddy Davis is going to pick up on this, as they have a 1 towards B and 4 towards A's initial setup here. And it looks like they want to explode out of A main here with this Aldro.
Yeah, there go the stars. There goes the Lear. The drone as well. Door's going to get closed. Guiding light out, but no follow-up. Top is not, or sorry, Type is going to be able to push out of that as the door closes on his head. Broken, but Vex is most likely going to get this spike down, as the rest of 1R4L is just going to wait for the team to arrive and play this post plant 5-on-5. But look how many members off site there are for Daddy Davis, and look at the flank. Toph here could potentially catch someone off guard if they're not careful, but Tycho, he's got the spider sense. He's going to find one, pushing out. Sequoia finds another for the team, and now things are shifting the way of 1R4L with these rifles. The guns are doing work. Now it's all up to light with the post plant. Gotta be careful. He's gonna get pushed here. Smoke goes down at such a poor time. Finds one with the shark dart, but not able to buy any more time as the fuse goes down. And yep, like you said, Bowser, the rifles, that's something to look out for, because they're gonna take the round away from Daddy Davis.
Yeah, very interesting, because this, instead of playing the site, you see how with the rifles, they're like, okay, if they get onto the site with this explode, we're gonna just play 5-on-5 retake. Doesn't matter. We don't need to be greedy and look for one before the retake. And then we're gonna be aware of all our flanks. Tycho checking out Toph, who was lurking in all the way from the B side that we saw earlier in the map. And then Tycho getting that kill probably changes the tide of the entire round. From there, it's just a simple retake. Clear out your normal positions. You clear Gen, you clear Hell, and then you clear out A main last. And with the superior weaponry and the 5-on-4 advantage, it seems very simple, but they were able to clean it up, keep a lot of the guns for this round.
Yep, and now Implicit, even though the defenders did hold off that round last round, they're still a little strapped for cash. It's going to put Implicit on that tour de force. Not finding anything early, though. It's just going to hold tree for now. As again, typical default start. Holding up mid, but it is going to be Sequoia, who is way in this B main cubby. So now he's going to go for the peek, but right into the crosshairs of Vex. That's going to even give Vex maybe the lockdown. Not sure if he had it already, but they're going to use that and look to push B on it. But little do they know that there's no one on B anyways already there, so they're going very slowly on this, and Eric's note doesn't have the shock darts to destroy it, so they're going to get at least 3 members on site. Nope, make that 2. While the rest of them are still lurking around. Look at this flank from Ichira, but they might be on the lookout for it. Nope, Mac goes down, holding the angle, but still gets taken out. And now, look at all these members of Daddy Davis all across everywhere. Toph finding another. No, it's all falling apart, as now it's just down to 2-on-5 for 1R4L.
Yeah, 5-on-2, and it probably should be a save, but they're not going to. Implicit tries to go for that fight, falls forward, and Arex still looking for this 1-on-5. Hopefully finds at least one there. Ichira going down, and now Arex trying to hold as many exits as possible. Gets that a second before getting put down by Light at the same time. And I wanna believe that that round coming out from Daddy Davis was a big brain read that they had. That the fact that they saw in the A take earlier, oh yeah, they wanted to play retake. So if we put this lockdown down, I think that they'll probably want to play retake. Then we'll fake a flank through mid using Toph and have Ichira flank through A instead. And I want to believe that was like a big brain adaptation that they did. And not just like, oh yeah, this is a preset strat that we already had. And that would have been a crazy good read. But as this round is going out, an eco round it is, so we're pushing aggressive towards A main. Top finding 2, Vex finding another, and it's just a simple roll down as they are getting very, very aggressive towards this heavy position to find the last 2 kills as well. Very fast round, under 30 seconds. Probably a speed run.
Yeah, probably some records set out there just now, but, you know, like you said, that's the eco. That's, even though it's usually maybe not that fast, but, you know, obviously you want to try to take maybe 1 or 2 guns away, but Daddy Davis kind of went in there with a plan. They knew that they are forcing the enemy on an eco, so let's have fun. Plus, you know, 1R4L tried to go aggressive and find something early to try to maybe steal a gun away. But they didn't expect maybe 5 members. So maybe a good read from the side of Daddy Davis as well. But now, guns more or less evened out. Sequoia posted on up, peeking down mid, seeing a turret. So not going to re-peek just yet. Goes for the shot, but doesn't get Cosmic Divide coming out. Tycho getting tagged out, dodges the first. No, actually gets hit by the first, but dodges the second. Can he dodge the third? Nope. That's already 2 down. Daddy Davis kicking off. 1 with the gun, 1 with a bow. It's going to get them spike as well, the Cosmic Divide, preventing any sort of site push yet. And by the looks of it, although I may speak too soon sometimes, this is, again, looking like a pretty decent round for Daddy Davis. It might just put them to match point.
Yeah. A very close first half, but this second half has been all Daddy Davis here as the retake is on his way. Sequoia on Heaven finds him, drops him down. Toph is going to be able to find one, and Blissen finds Ichiro instead, and now it's just Toph Hell alone, and Blissen also finds that one. Now it's a 2-on-2, and Light's probably got some shock darts for this one. Eric's whipping it slightly, 4 bullets left in the Vandal, and they've got to wait out so much. Vex finds the 1 in the back, and Eric's down by Light. 12-6. This attack half from Daddy Davis is no joke.
Yeah, I got a little dicey there, and Blitzen doing his best to keep his team afloat, but ultimately in the end, the post plant with Vex on the Nanoswarm bots and Light holding out on Wine. It's a little too strong there. Those two have been playing the post plant quite often together in this match, so they're going to be able to carry the team forward to the match point. And now, if you are 1R4L, you spent the last round on rifles and an op, hoping to keep yourself afloat, but that means you're committing yourself to a mid-buy on match point. Not where you want to be. So, a lot of pressure now, and you have to be very careful here. They can't go for anything too risky, but they need risk if they want to keep themselves alive, or at least maybe try to catch Daddy Davis off guard. No utility mid, but they're droning it out, try to keep track of anything. Implicit, take the immediately. Okay, Rex, Hunter's Fury down mid, tags 1, but it's actually going to be Sequoia who finishes the job. 4-on-4, but everyone is so spread out everywhere. Vex is pushed up B. They've got 2 members pushed up through tree, already almost at CT, but now the trademark getting called off signals to rotate, but Vex just gets caught out in the open. Daddy Davis all of a sudden looking severely disjointed here, but Toph all of a sudden wreaking havoc. They let him slide, and that means he finds 2, and that means he's going to be able to play the post plan on A with Light.
Yeah, we've got a Jet and Sova v Jet and Sova as Toph makes contact with Eric's here now. Pops the Blade Storm. It's going to be 2 separate 1-on-1 between Jets and Sovas, and Eric's wins out the 1 on Cat. Now it's a 2-on-1 with Light in the post plant, and Light has the opportunity to try the first 1-on-1 and the second one as well. The headshot onto Eric's, closing out the first map 13-6 for the side of Daddy Davis.
Oh, man. Yeah, and oh, man. GG well played to both teams. And from the first half, it kind of looked like the teams were sort of even. They were really, really close at the beginning. Maybe that was just Daddy Davis kind of getting the footing on that attacking side, or sorry, on that defending side. But as we headed into the second half, they were basically unstoppable, pulling out some great strats there too, and obviously just winning those gunfights. Good post-plant play to ultimately secure the win, 13-6, not giving 1R4L much room to breathe. And I mean, that's going to be the semifinals. We did have another semifinals game that was going on at the same time as this, but for now, this is going to be GG, and all we'll see from 1R4L. They put up a valiant fight, but that is going to be Daddy Davis moving forward to the grand finals, which we are going to be getting back to in a quick moment after a quick break. Thank you for sticking around if you have been so far. Make sure that you don't go anywhere because grand finals coming up right after this. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the U Waterloo Golden Goose 2022 Valorant Grand Finals. Here with us here with me on the caster desk is once again Bowser, and with us on the teams on first map Icebox is going to be Daddy Davis, coming off that semifinals with a win over IR4L. Now going to be facing C Team for it all in this Grand Finals match. Best of 3. First map is going to be, as I already said, Icebox, and we're hopping straight into Aegis Select. Bowser, you said you've seen some familiar faces here. What are you expecting from this first match?
Yeah, lots of familiar faces on the attacking side of things here. The one to note in particular, Damo, who actually went to the Red Bull Adrenaland a year back. One of the star players as well on the Waterloo A team when they played on the Valorant team here for the University of Waterloo. And Damo's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Actually has played with a lot of the players from the other side of Daddy Davis as well. So does know how the playstyle is going to work out here. And what's interesting to see is that they're actually not running a Sage on Icebox, which is something we generally see from most teams, is the wall gives you a little more options when it comes to planning the spike. But with the new changes to the Icebox, not really that new anymore. It is possible to run Sageless on this map, but makes it a little more difficult when contesting certain angles or looking for places to place the spike without getting spammed and all that kind of jazz there as we get underway into the first round of Icebox. What we should be expecting to be a slightly more fast-paced game as well. Double duelists on both sides with the Jet and Reyna combo. So very exciting to see what's going to happen in this one.
Slightly faster pace as well, because in the pre-match conversations, it turns out Toph is on a bit of a timer here. So let's see how both teams play it out. But as always, Bowser and I are super happy to be here. Thank you all for tuning in and watching this grand final. It's Golden Goose 2022. Yes, like he said, we're hopping straight into this pistol round in this first match between these two teams. As the timer runs out, let's see how it goes. As a pretty default spread for the attackers, but on the defending side, Daddy Davis pushing up this 3 through mid. Lear comes out, not finding anything, but they could actually get caught out here if they're not careful, because they got a lot of angles to watch, and that's already one down, but they're actually finding kills evens on both sides, though, as all across the board, wiping out members on both teams. But it's going to be C Team coming out on top, taking out 3 members of Daddy Davis. Brime Stone finding 2. That's going to mean it's going to secure the plant onto that B site. He's going to teleport away with that rendezvous and pay that post plant from that main side.
All right, Prim here, starting off the retake from Snowman's going to spot out 2 players, knows that one is going to be behind yellow, the other one probably front gray. Recon dart to scan out from the side of the attackers. Damo whipping a couple shots, but Prim now tags up to 15, and now it's just the 2 left. Havix takes down Light there, and Damo takes down Prim, and That's going to put the attackers up 1-0. Very clean start to the round, holding that 3-man push, starting it off, and then cleaning up the next couple on the post plan.
Yeah, for sure. And for the usual, winning team gets a little more credit in their pocket. Gonna buy up those Spectres. One Marshall for the side of Gomez. Spectres Havoc's on that Vandal buy, so going to be dealing some damage with that. Post him on light shields, but it's a Reyna, so if he gets even an assist or a kill, that is going to be some devoured shielding for them. As now all 5 members of C team pushing up this A side. Prim holding that pipes angle, but could get taken down. Finds one, but the Vandal will those shots there. Hiding in the corner is Toph with that Sheriff. Too high, pushing the corner. Might not know that Toph is there though. Toph hears what's happening, but ooh, all across the site, people going down as 1-4, or sorry, not 1-4. C team using those guns to good effect, wiping out Danny Davis on those pistols. That's going to be 2 straight rounds for them. Quick and easy.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed in that round is you're correct in saying that Toph was going to go unnoticed in that position underneath Heaven, but Toph actually ended up whiffing and gets 180'd by Prim on, or not Prim, excuse me, the Viper that was on the attack side, which is Kohai, who actually turns up 180ing Toph and finding that kill still, even though Toph was unnoticed underneath Heaven. As another fast round is coming out with the Spectres once again. Damo's gonna find the first onto Ichira. Toph also taken down by Brimstone and F Gomez from the 6, pushing the issue now, taking up lots of space for the attacker. Very safe plan, not needing a stage wall whatsoever. And the Alistar is gonna get light as well. So 4v2 at the end, and it's just Vex, and Vex is actually going to be able to even things out to 1-on-2. His Vex also heals up as well, but Damo really close for this angle, and it's going to be able to take down Vex there. Attackers going up 3-0.
Yeah, there was an even buy there, but the speed and then the kills just went the way of C team. They're certainly not showing off some C team skills. They're looking prime A right now as they run up 3 rounds, looking to carry it over again as it puts Daddy Davis on another eco buy. Full pistols and a shorty on Prim. Brimstone is gonna most likely pull out that tool de force. Got the shorty in the buy, so it's gonna be using that ultimate 5 bullets, hoping to catch 5 members within his crosshairs. As again, big A focus from C team. Ult pulled out. Are they going to be able to find any early picks again? As this time, the guns really are not in the corner of Daddy Davis. Toph trying to find a kill with the classic, gets taken down. Finds one with the Sheriff, but has to check everywhere, and there's people all across him. Gets taken down as well. Light finds Gomez dashing right into his crosshair, but it's followed by Havix through the smoke push, and that means that it's just going to be a spike plant and or that. A little bit of ear candy, I suppose you could call it that, as they get the spike down, and now it's all up to Vex with the Lonely Sheriff.
Yeah, and Vex did some damage before with the weapon in the 1-on-2 situation that they put themselves in the end, but being spotted out, Brimstone is going to be able to clean up the last one onto Vex, and attackers now up 4-0. This might be a very quick map if the adaptation doesn't come out from the side of Daddy Davis, as we saw it how Daddy Davis were really, really good on the previous semifinal match when it came to taking those 2-on-1 fights or 2-on-X fights, as well as the teamwork was really strong. But in Icebox here, it's a little bit tougher to get in those situations as how open Icebox is.
Yeah, absolutely. And considering that they've been kind of ping-ponging back and forth, they lost that critical round with the rifles there, so that means that out of these 4 rounds they've played, 2 of them have been just on the severely weaker guns, and they're not really able to, if the enemy team is just decided to, you're very poor already, you're trying to stay afloat, and it's just kind of this slow drowning. Now look at this, they brought 4 members there, and now they're just going to back up and do basically a full rotate to B. No one's rotating off A yet either from the side of Daddy Davis. Now it's coming in, but still. Oh, is it going to be fast enough? They do have Vex posted around this default corner. And yeah, so they're going to be careful here. C-Team knows that they're could face some resistance if they're not careful. Vex not finding the headshot, gets double peeked, gets taken down. Kuhai finding one though. Top has that off, tries to shoot through default, barely misses, but Ichiro got one yellow, so no worries there. Now it's the 3-on-3. Kuhai pushed up kitchen. All the positions are a little slightly off right now, but Davis has to defuse the spike here, so they're still holding these angles light. Needs to win this fight. Kuhai pulls out the snake bite, but can't find the shot. What is going on here as the spike continues to tick down? The defuse now just finally starting. Ichiro finds one, checks yellow. Can't find anything else. Might find Kuhai though. Damo has to cancel Hunter's Fury, and it's all up to him, but it's not enough. And finally, the slow pace pays off. It's gonna be finally a round up for Daddy Davis.
Yeah, Daddy Davis, very, very good retake there. Taking their time, making sure all the mid angles were clear before taking that yellow and gray position at the same time. And because they were clearing out all those mid angles, they got rewarded and found a lurker of Kohai in mid. And after taking them down, they were able to get onto the spike, stick it half, get the kills on yellow and gray respectively. And then from there, easy 2v1 situation, top sticks, and Ichiro holds for them. So very good round, good adaptation from the side of Daddy Davis, as now the same A heavy beginning of the round that they've been doing round after round is starting up once again. But lots of utility being used on the side of defense is going to slow it down, and this time they're going to cut noise as the Aldrone squats out one.
There's been a lot of focus here on the side of Daddy Davis. They keep posting 4 members A because they know that the rush when it comes out is super hard to deal with, but it looks like even though they had all these members, it doesn't matter because the moment C team pulls the trigger, they kind of just roll over like a wave on top of the Daddy Davis team, and it's going to be Gomez rounding out this one with that off kill onto Vex, the last surviving member, only losing 2. And again, the lead swings right back in their favor again as the credits are looking a little low. Not super low, they can still get a bye here, Daddy Davis, but they've got to start thinking about how they're going to play these next few rounds out.
Yeah, and what's really, really impressive by the side of C team is how telegraphed their pushes are, but they still end up winning their gunfights because how strong their utility usage is. They have some sort of piece of utility to peek off every single angle, and after that they just swarm the last couple players that they find, and they create openings even though there's like a 3-stack or a 4-stack on the A side of Icebox, which is very open, and on the side of the defense, meaning lots of positions and angles that they can play, and yet everything still gets cleared out.
Yeah. Oh, these low guns trying to make the best of them is Prim, but Shorty not able to knock completely out of the water. Brownstone stays alive, and now there's another pick Toph going down. Well, again, the A side focus, but Ichiro, who's actually the only person that bought on the team, got that Phantom. He finding one so far, and it's gonna be Vex who gets caught out by the flanker of Gomez. And the rest of this falls apart again. Ichiro on the Phantom, but can't even find Kohai, who's on a sliver of health. 3K for them, and the lead only grows bigger for C Team.
Yeah, C Team is just demolishing right now on all fronts of the map. This time around, not starting 5 out on the default towards A, having a lurker holding the mid position, catches someone walking down the 2, and at the same time they find an opening on A, and I'm not sure how they found that opening, but looking at how C Team is playing, it's got to be their utility usage and patience on clearing out all the angles, focusing on where the information is and playing off of it. And because of this, they've got this giant 6-1 lead, and once again doing the same thing, prodding A at the very beginning of the round.
Yeah, big A focus, but this time there's a big Viper's pit sitting there, but no worries, says Brimstone. This is actually my pit instead. Takes down 2. Doesn't get taken down by Toph. Ooh, ultimately, I take it back. Will get shot in the end, but Gomez with Toph there, pushing up around, all down to Toph. 4 bullets left. Faces down the barrel of the gun. Gets taken down. Ooh, boy, this A focus, even though it seems like Daddy Davis knows that it's coming, they post members on there when they have the guns, or when they don't, they're still just not able to contend against C Team's relentless aggression right now, and it's really costing them. I mean, 7-1. That's really, really rough.
Yeah, I have no clue how, but Brimstone just takes the zip, probably silent zipped, went top of 410 there, and looking straight down, they find 2 free kills, no one looking up there at all whatsoever, and that opening just created everything that was possible in that round, as now they have access to the A site, and they don't have much to worry about. They get the op posted and kill everyone backside as well, and it's those first 2 opening kills from Brimstone there, just taking the zip through the Viper's pit of all things.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of Viper, Kohai finding first blood. They pushed through mid silently and waited for an opportunity to strike. But speaking of opportunity to strike, oh, Viper on Prim. Oh, Prim on Viper. Like a snake hiding in the bushes. Perfect time to strike. Finds two, but can't find anything more with that candle. It was a valiant attempt. And once again, all down to Vex. Nope, never mind, I take it back. He flipped the script on me. Revives Toph, who will now probably pick up that up. Yep, there it is. Now 2 on 2. Ooh, I think got tagged there, actually. I think Brimstone almost bit the bullet. Nope, Havex is still there. Nope, not anymore. Toph finds him, and now it's the sniper on sniper, but Brimstone only has 3 health. Toph could just pull out the pistol and find the quick kill here, and he's not looking the right way. Toph! Oh my goodness, Brimstone. What have I just witnessed?
Yeah, Brimstone, really nice movement there. Went from maze all the way around, and then Toph has no clue where Brimstone is. Brimstone also hopping on that rope, creating a tough angle for Toph to flick with, even with the operator. And I don't know if the communication was there, but they should have been aware that Brimstone was probably 2 HP. Probably don't even need the op. A classic would do even at any range. So very tough situation, because first of all, you don't have the information in the situation. That's going to put them up 8-1. Dominant showing right now.
Yeah, for sure. It's always easy to forget. The entire map as your playground to see. Whereas Toph, they're just not able to pick out where exactly the rest of where Brimstone was. Damo just shock darted himself. Yeah, and like you said, could have whipped up the classic and gone for that quick body shot, even with the right click to secure it up. Just lack of information that Toph just had such a tough one-on-one there. But Toph, however, good use of it this time. Got the op and holding the members off of C Team from pushing on to B side, taking down 3 on his own. And now the kind of script has been flipped. Kohai, the only one left on the alert, gets taken down by Ichira. That is going to be picking up around there. Not even sure how it really happened there. Not gonna lie, I was not as focused as I should have been. Not really sure how it went down there, Bowser. Fill me in.
Yeah, that was just a scrap fest there. All fronts of the map, everyone's trying to lurk up and take their own ones. And in those situations, it's just a combination of timing and figuring out where they are and getting those aim duels. And in scrap situations, sometimes all it is aim, and that's one of those rounds where that's how it played out. And went to the side of Daddy Davis is now where they've got a second on the board here.
They've got some guns as well. Prim though, stuck on the Spectre, but both with that op, but he's holding B main. So if C Team decides to go for that signature A aggressive push, could cost them. Prim bouncing that snake bite back towards themselves. Not sure if that's exactly what they want. It doesn't matter because the rest of his team is dealing havoc right now, finding 2 kills. Ichiro though caught in a rough spot. He's gonna get taken down. Prim. Ooh, almost had the angle there, but has to be very careful. Hello, says Brimstone. Viper's pit is down. Light gonna try to cancel this spike plant. Gonna get spotted out by the recon dart. Spotted out by Kohai. I don't know if the recon dart went outside the pit, but it doesn't matter. He goes down anyways. And once again, Vex. Oh, but with the help of Toph, last member surviving. Kohai playing outside of the ult. Doesn't have the spike.
30 seconds
Doesn't know where
left.
anyone is. Running out of toxin. Only now does the wall come back up. It does look like Toph has an angle on the spike here, so... Yup, there it is. That's the lineup, and that's the round win, finally. Nearing the end of the first half, Daddy Davis finally picking up some rounds for themselves.
Yeah, and ending it off in a 4-8 would be very, very nice, but it's going to be very difficult as even when they have 3 or 4 players on a site, it seems like they're still getting access. That time around, they did overextend a little bit and did get punished by Daddy Davis and ended up being into a 2v1 situation as Toph was also able to flank all the way around and then also pick up an angle on the spike at the same time. So I think if they can get those kind of positionings where they're shooting people in the back of the heads rather than the front, definitely a chance for Daddy Davis to take on a couple more rounds. As Toph finds a first, but Brimestone is going to catch the trade immediately. Toph not aware that Brimestone already crossed.
Oh, and the timing was so unfortunate there for Toph. The moment had a way to pull out the Blade Storm. It meant that Brimestone just gets to get straight through his angle. And like you said, get that trade there. Pushes up again, finds X as well. Now the Gomez pulls out his own Blade Storm, finds one, finds two. Again, one member left for Dad Davis. Prim doing some work here. Finding two. Not finding three. Damo with the op. Headshot. Clear it out. That's going to be a 3-9 half for C Team. Significant lead heading into the second half, but can they keep it up now that they are on the opposite side? I'm all of a sudden immediately losing track. Now that they are on the fence.
Yeah, 9-3 is an opportunity to bring this one back here, but it probably lies on the shoulder of this pistol, to be honest. And pistol normally more of a coin flip round if you don't have preset strats that you already know, and this is a team that they kind of just put together for this tournament, so I wonder if they have something planned or in store for this. But at the same time, it does look like there's going to be an aggressive play coming in from the side of defense. Playing on that headshot box generally means you're going to take the sit probably to around Pipes area and look for an early kill and dismiss out. So doesn't look like the action's actually happening towards A, as there is a slow default coming from the attack of Daddy Davis here.
They're making all this noise. They draw some members over B, but then C Team is going to take that reconsider and head their way back. But it's just tough here. Chilling in that tube kitchen area, making some noise, activating that trademark, destroying it. And that means that 3 members of his team get to go straight up to A. Vex gets that wall up, and that's a cheeky spike plant for Daddy Davis here in this first round of the second half. It's going to be a full 5-on-5 pistol post plant. So for sure, we're going to see some scrappy fights here. Brimstone finds one. Vex needs to trade around the corner. Vex finds light on Pipes. Vex not able to connect the shots, and now they're just on the hunt. C-Team pushing up forward on ropes. The last 2 members now of Daddy Davis pushing from mid. Ichira gets the dismiss off, but dismisses straight into Kuhai. It's going to be a defender win. First pistol round going on the C-Team, extending the lead ever so more. 10-3 now.
Yeah, and not being able to convert that pistol's very tough there. Interesting play coming out from the side of Daddy Davis. They go for that wall spike plant, but A was pretty much open. It was just Brimstone there. Might have been a good idea to, instead of doing that wall plant that you generally do when there's a lot of players on the A site, you actually take that fight to Brimstone so you can clear out a little more space, especially since it would have been a 3v1 against Brimstone there. And then from there, you have more options for the plant. And now if the flank wants to come in through mid, they don't have to fight through a Sage wall that's still up and can hold the post plant from mid as well. And so a little bit of micro things that need to pay attention to be able to convert that round in their favor. But just getting access to the plant is good as Toph gets spotted out trying to lurk through mid there.
Yeah, first buy coming up for the side of Daddy Davis. You don't want to be giving up this round. They're already far enough behind, but they want to at least try to keep the advantages away from C-Team as much as possible. But it's high risk, high reward, because if you lose members like you are right now, if you're going into that next round, you're going to be left with next to nothing, and you're going to guarantee now basically 3 straight rounds for C team. So this buy not paying off the way that Eddie Davis hopefully would have liked it to. Now both members of them just holding corners, looking for something. Toph might find it though, but he looks away. Oh, but he still finds the kill. The timing there was almost so close. Prim trying
left.
to catch Gomez, who was tagged really low. And there, finally it is. Took a clip and a half, but
Player standing.
it's finally been gotten down. But Damo finds Toph mid, and now the last one left is, of course, the lonely Prim. Left with nothing, facing down Kuhai's barrel. Gets taken down, and that is going to be, man, a really rough second round for Daddy Davis.
Yeah, but it was a little bit expected. Second rounds normally going to the side of people that win the pistol in the previous round. And now being down 11-3 here, it's going to be really tough to bring this one back. It doesn't even look like they have the economy to buy weapons in this round. Maybe they're just trying to go next at this point. I feel they should have the economy to buy rifles, no?
No, they spent on Spectres last one.
Oh, they did force
They
last
force
round,
bought
right.
the Spectres, and they lost 2 members, unfortunately. And I mean, when you're in this position, you know, you lost so many rounds in the first half. You lose the pistol round after getting the spike down in a very unfortunate post plant. And so you want to try to at least carry the momentum forward into that second round by forcing, maybe, so that you can take away the chance of 2 rounds in a row and leave the third round up to chance. Because if the team force buys rifles on third, they might just push the advantage and get pushed onto an unfavorable match point. But as the stars ended up aligning, they get forced onto an unfavorable match point anyways. Or they might, because right now the numbers are really even. Damo and Gomez up against Prim and Vex, but Prim and Vex are in such rough positions here because Gomez is the Spectre. That is going to be the Diffuse getting stuck as well. And oh my goodness, it's match point and the economy is just in shambles.
Yeah, 12-3. So many match points for the side of C team to be able to close out this match here. And I don't see a world. I'm going to say, I don't see a world where there's a comeback in this one. And hopefully I get proven wrong and we get some very exciting Valorant. But if not, then I guess I'll be right, which is also not a bad outcome as well. But a really dominant showing from the side of C team, which we kind of expected going into this one, as you mentioned that Damo, a very strong player, and recruiting a very strong team behind them, just look better on all fronts right now.
Yeah. You know, it's match point, so you really have to win all the rounds in a row. And that's just really, really rough. Considering even now, you have numbers on your side right now. You're finding these frags, but now Bronco evens it out, and your economy is still in shambles. So, you know, it's looking decent now. It's all up to Kuhai on the up, but maybe I spoke too soon. He finds one. He's going to try to deny the default plan onto Light, but Snakebite doesn't connect. It's the one-on-one. Hopefully Light can keep his team alive in this match for now. Gonna find the shots. There it is. 4-12, but still, the team lost so many members. That's one off on Light, but how much can they buy? They still got the rifles from that win, so let's hope that they can keep this momentum carrying forward.
Yeah. It was a very hard round there. Put it into a 1v1 situation at the end, and Kohai not hitting that quick scope makes it very, very bad as you're out in the open, nowhere to reposition to, as the A site did actually take down lots of members. Damo getting the first one in the opener, and then also the player towards Maze finding 1 or 2 there makes it very, very close, and they need to start winning these rounds a little bit more convincingly to be carrying over more weapons, as they don't have the best economy right now. Kohai in this ratty corner with this very good wall as well, but the shock dart's gonna do so much damage. 18 HP left on Kohai, but all the sound cues being heard right now as well.
Whoa! Brimstone, Light and Top line up for the Tour de France. It's going to force a resurrection out of Vex to try to keep the numbers up, because that is just decimation. You know, will find one mid, rotating off, but they're going to have to face Havocs without Sheriff. But like As you said, C team right now, Fort's on a bit of a go by. A little low on funds, tough. Swinging in with the guns. Brimstone, though, still has that tour de force, and if he can make those shots count, which he is right now, it could really make the difference here, because he's found 4, he only has 1 bullet left. That means the resurrection meant that he can't find all 5 members. He's been spotted out, doesn't get taken down, though, but this is a Viper's Pit that you have to push through, and Brimstone goes down. It's all up to Kuhai. Looking decently good now.
18 HP with an operator. This is probably gonna be a safe. Oh, actually tries to fake some footsteps away to bait out any of the players to come out of the post plant positions that they currently have. But nobody biting on that bait. Kohai probably just gonna save this up. No point in throwing them a free operator and losing your life in the process here. It's gonna be 5-12 here, and it looks pretty good right now for the side of Daddy Davis, as they're converting a couple more rounds on attack, but one mistake could cost them the round there, and it was a very close one. Without the resurrection, probably would have went the other way of C team here, as the resurrection lineup or the operator lineup that ended up happening was very, very unfortunate.
Yeah, and you know, good on Daddy Davis. They've got 2 rounds now, but the issue with match point, and we talked about this already, is that you have to win every round in a row. You cannot afford to make one slip up, like you just said. So now that C team are back on the full buy, you know, even though they have lost the last 2 rounds, the gun's been now, you know. So much pressure, Daddy Davis, to basically play perfectly. Right, and now we see them playing the slow default. Pushing out onto B now. Moving past this one way. Ichira holding the angle on yellow. But no action yet. And man, Bowser, how do you think it's going to go down? Because they're looking to maybe peek into an op here. So...
and the answer is showing up on your screen as we see it. Gomez from the 6. Hitting that first op shot. Being able to tuck on that Reyna Lear was very big there. And second one onto top as well. The re-aggression, so safe with the tailwind, and that's the strength of Jet with the operator with the tailwind combination. You're able to do these re-aggressions to get information because you know you can immediately dash out if you don't hit your shot there. And that's going to put the 5-on-3 onto Daddy Davis, and it's on for Prim, Light, and Vex to try to bring this one back into their favor. But with not much utility on this one left, and the rotations coming over from defense, this is going to be a very tough retake, and they just have to hit their shots.
Oh, Light finds 1, but Haven took down Prim. But Light could come up huge here, but still has 3 members and a spike to plant. That is so much for one person to do, and in the heat of the moment, can't connect the shots. Damo ends it with a Sheriff. That is going to be the first match of this Grand Finals, best of 3 going the way of C team. Showing up pretty dominant on Icebox, taking down most of the members of Daddy Davis, and Daddy Davis is going to have to try to regroup heading into the second match. It's not over yet. It's not over till it's over, but best of 3. That means we've only got 1 map to work with. Next one, you got to make it count. Before we get there, though, we are going to head off to a quick break. During so, we're going to have a quick sponsor message from our friends at Deliver, who, of course, are the sponsors for this club and for everything we do here at Waterloo Esports. So make sure you stay here for that, and we'll catch you back later for match 2 in this Grand Finals.
I'm Michael Kakaris. I'm one of the co-founders here at Deliver. Deliver is a fulfillment service for online merchants. So essentially merchants send inventory into the Deliver warehouse network. We store that inventory on behalf of the merchant, and then when orders come in for the merchant across the various different channels, we pick, pack, and ship those items to the buyer and deliver it on time. Buyers today expect items to be delivered fast and free and on time.
We see a very direct correlation between how fast a merchant is able to get their products to people's doorsteps and how much do they sell. We are ordering more and more things online. We expect them to show up faster and faster on our doorsteps.
I think today free 2-day shipping is obviously the norm, but I see that going faster to 1-day into same-day shipping. We have an incredible team. They're super curious, amazing problem solvers. They come from a wide variety of backgrounds. Some people come from the technology space, other people come from logistics space, and it's a really great melting pot of ideas at Deliver.
I like working at Deliver for a whole bunch of reasons. I love the team. I love getting to work with individuals in Toronto and Chicago.
Definitely a lot of work-life balance at Deliver. Everybody really respects the fact that we all have personal lives and, sometimes things happen, doctor's appointments, family things. It's all about communication and making sure that you're keeping everybody in the loop, and as long as you've got the work that you have to get done covered, when you're not going to be around or you're able to do it remotely the same way you would do it if you're in the office, then you're able to do that, and it's an awesome perk. I love being able to work from home when I can.
I would describe Deliver's team culture as ambitious and mutually supportive.
I think one thing that Deliver enjoys is having their employees feel comfortable at work. And if you're stressed and if you're tired, you're not going to be able to produce good work.
It's really easy for me to go talk to like people in engineering or to kind of our leadership on the growth team.
One of the problems we're solving is the placement problem, trying to figure out where we should put our items.
You have all these products spread all over the country. Figure out like the cheapest way to get these to the final customers to order them. When you don't know where the orders are going to come from, and the orders can come in weird patterns.
And small changes in how we make these decisions results in $1 million savings for the company.
The Deliver model is unique in that we don't own any of the underlying assets. So we've basically assembled an Uber-like network of warehouses where we leverage excess space in these warehouses across the country.
There's a lot of research and development that has to be done to figure out the best algorithms and methods that we should be using for our workflow and for our placement.
Everyone from like the CEO down to the most entry-level people, they really want to know like, what does the data say? And they have a lot of tools to get to that. So we know like exactly when a package is going to get from a certain warehouse to a certain zip code. And that's the kind of power that none of our customers ever could do on their own.
As we've launched this Deliver journey, it's been truly rewarding to see businesses do something that they could never do before.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the U Waterloo Esports Golden Goose 2022 Valorant Grand Finals here with C Team and Daddy Devin. And oh my goodness, first map was 13-5 the way of C Team, but now we're headed over to map 2 on Bind. Both these teams are going to be facing off again, and C Team here trying to maybe take this 2-0 sweep. But again, same teams. Bowser, how are you feeling now that we're on a different map, though?
Yeah, different map, and we also have a sub stepping in for the side of Daddy Davis. Chinese Shrug taking the place of Toph here. Not too sure if the replacement's going to be enough for them, though, as the dominance from the side of C Team was very strong. It was a 13-5. So even though we are going to a new map here on Bind, we have Damo and Kohai hovering Neon plus Yoru, which we are not going to see. I'm going to guarantee that promise right now. There's no way.
Instead, we see Omen. KO. Yes. Okay. They're teasing me. They know that I love seeing these agents, probably because they're not super meta. Of course, on the attacking side, which is going to be Daddy Davis, we're going to see Raze, great for holding showers and those hookah spots on both sides. And then pretty standard overall. Astra, no other duelist. Instead, going for that Sky, which, of course, with the Seekers, great for scouting out which site to focus on the attacking side, and great for spotting out info with that Guiding Light Trailblazer and the ultimate, of course. Whereas on the side of C Team, the only big difference from them is instead of the Astra, they're going to be putting Damo on the Omen, who is a lot more of a, I suppose, self-sufficient agent, a lot more solo play with that teleport, with the ultimate, and with the Paranoia Blind, whereas Astra has a lot more teamwork involved with those stars and the placement and the Gravity Well Nova Pulse. So going to see if that one agent difference really makes a big dent in the plans of C Team. See if the Omen is going to be able to stand up, because we do know that Astra has basically been a staple in the meta for so long now. Bowser, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I agree with that. And just speaking from experience here, I know Damo really likes Omen, and it's a comfort pick for Damo. So hopefully he's still comfortable on this agent and shows it in this match, because, as you said, Astra is the current meta pick because of how oppressive that global utility she has is, how instantaneous those smokes are to put up, whereas Omen has that little travel time with the smoke, especially if you're smoking from the opposite site here. As we see an aggression coming down A short, Havik's gonna peek into Prim's gonna use the pain shells. Gomez is gonna finish off that kill, and
wow. Hello. Yeah, I mean, that was a good first early headshot there with the initial peek, and then I think it was Gomez who took the second peek and found Vex, but ultimately that satchel play sent him straight into Prim, and Havix ultimately got taken down. And that means that the numbers are all evened out in this pistol round. But focus still around that A side. It's going to be Light and Chinese Shrug. They're opening it up for Daddy Davis. Finding two on the site. And now they're most likely going to be able to get that plant down, knowing that most likely someone's coming from flank. So, yep, that dart is going to secure it. And there is Ichira with the headhunter as to high picks corner. Beautifully played. Nice shot there. And that's going to be one round up. Good start for Daddy Davis.
Yeah, very good start from Daddy Davis. Indeed, taking their first pistol, I believe. I don't think they took the pistols on either of the rounds on the Icebox. So, very good pistol coming out from the side of Daddy Davis here, as we are getting into the Smg round. Should go the same way as well. I don't see anything different happening on the side of defense. No 5-man stack, no teleporter play that it looks like coming out from the setup. There is a potential now, as there's a very aggressive push going down the side of Sand mid area, but Kohai just teleports out to the site as they pay more attention towards Hookah as well as A short here, as the spike is going up alone. Or is he alone? Yeah, he is alone completely. So Chinese Shrug drops it here. It's going to be a very tough position to reclaim that spike, but Chinese Shrug's not overextending and peeking into Kohai. Very slow default on this SMG here.
Yeah, and very slow from the attacking side too. You know, sometimes when we see these pistol rounds on round 2, you want to be sticking together, taking aggressive peeks as a team, so that you can at least hopefully try to trade out and pick up a Spectre. But it's going to be the solo peek there from Kohai, which, to be fair, it is a one-shot if you hit that headshot. But now that's one member down when you're on the eco. So now I definitely feel like that Daddy Davis is going to feel a lot more confident pushing out onto the site. Yep, that's Vex sashing straight to the back, checking the tube, but nothing in there. As the rest of the team for C team is going to be coming through that teleport. Brimstone peeks out, gets taken down though. Find one still. So, oh, Light caught out with a shock dart in his hand. So that's already 2 guns out and down. Damo trying to find Prim, but not able to connect the shots. Ichira not reloading. Instead going to pull out the Headhunter, but it's going to cost him his life because Gomez has already picked up a Spectre. So now it's the 2-on-2. They know where 1 is, but do they know where Damo is? Creeping up slowly. Prim finds 1. Damo can't connect the headshots. And that is going to be the second round win over. Losing a little more members than maybe Daddy Davis would have liked, but good round win for them.
Yeah, and that was a very good round. Being able to get the spike onto the plant there, getting the first opening, getting the entry in, and then converting at the end with the post-plant scenario. They do lose a little more guns than they should have, but even still, 2 guns carried over into this SMG, into the rifle round, is still good as they have a chance of winning. Bind known for closer engagements on all parts of the map anyway, so very good chance that they're able to recover some rifles here. As we see once again a 3A setup coming from the side of C team, when generally most teams I think stack more towards the B, but it does matter that their compositions don't have any Vipers in them, which is one of the staple agents for locking things down, as Havix ticks down Light towards the shower position.
Yeah, one number down. Ichira tagged up. Trademark got destroyed there as well by the paint shells. Bit of unlucky timing. Gomez, though, has taken the space now. So after clearing it out, he's going to push up out of showers. That is information. It probably means, and that could probably signal to rotate away from A because he's got all of this ground. Yep, they're going to send Havex down back there. Damo's going to drop a smoke, make sure nothing's coming in from short. He's going to make way on the rotate as well, because now that trademark's been triggered, I think that basically means that, well, Daddy Davis is focusing on that A site now, but Havex is already there. He's on top of it, takes down Shrug, or he can get on. Brimstone and Kuhai doing work as well, and that means it's all up to Prim. Nowhere to go, no gun to work with comparative to the rifles, just a lonely Spectre. It's going to be a flawless round there for CT.
Yeah, very nice run from this defending half of things. Having the rifles, very nice, posting on those super long angles, not giving them access to sights, and the only player that died, I believe, only had a sheriff as well, right? Light?
Yeah. So they're still going to be able to get those rifles. Ichira maybe going to look for an orb and a kill, or 2 orbs. It's going to be really hard because if you look at B, C team is basically triple holding long. But Ichira's only posted on that Headhunter, so that's all he can afford, and no full defaults to work with. But still, Daddy Davis is going to make it onto site for now. Avex throwing out the paint shells on the default and finding a kill on the Shrug. But as Light peeks up from the smoke, or as C-Team gives him those peeks, he finds 2, and they're just going to look to maybe teleport, rotate onto that B site. Yep, Havex not able to catch anyone off. The rotate gets tagged out by Ichira, that is that Cubby. As Plant goes down, Brimstone not able to delay it. Shock Dart not going to find value either. So now it's the 4-on-3. Peeking around elbow. Vex hiding in tube with 28. Looking to at least hopefully try to find 1 before going down. Really low on health here. Goes down, and oh, unfortunate timing. Vex goes down. Ichira finds Brimstone though on the trade. 3-on-2 with Ichira only on a classic. Yeah, that's really rough. Now it's all up to Havex finding 1. Does he have time though? I'm not sure. Tapped.
Yeah. Havex is gonna just get sucked out, but finds that aim duel onto Prim. Just no time left on the board there. Very nice attempt from Havex on that retake, finding all the shots, isolating all the fights, and had the chance, their light being on 5 HP, if they had maybe like 5 more seconds, being able to half the spike there and dodge that shock dart, maybe take the fight onto light. But good post plant hold from the side of Daddy Davis.
Yep,
That Daddy
Daddy
Davis. Yeah,
Davis.
Daddy Davis. At the same time as they were playing all positions there. They had the hookah covered, they had long covered, and they had elbow covered. Meaning that if Havix wanted to take that retake, had to find 3 different fights in 3 separate positions, making it very near impossible to clear in under 45 seconds, which is how long the spike takes to detonate after the plant.
Yeah. And even so, they did lose quite a few guns there, so they're still a little strapped for cash. They've got the rifles, but they definitely want to carry that last round win over to another. They don't want to be ping-ponging back and forth on this economy, especially because this team is on a mid-buy right now. Had to start for them, though, because Brimstone pulls out a quick kill with the Hunter's Fury, but still, no one's even picked up the spike. They don't even have it. Daddy Davis. Lots of attention focused on A, but they've got Ichira posted on B long. He's going to slowly creep on a site with that tool de force as the rest of the team jiggles it up. And Gomez not able to connect that shot. But he's going to force them to back off a bit, Daddy Davis. Going to pick it back up and look for maybe the re-peek. But here comes the Cosmic Divide now. So this is the signal for them to go. Teleport from Ichira as well means that he's going to be able to hold something from Showers, but he's kind of walled off from the rest of the team. So he's just going to go to join them from short, and looks like we're going to see the post plant 4-on-4.
Yeah, 22 seconds now. The spike goes down. The post plant
Wall going
positions
down.
are good as well. Top of short, Chinese Shrug holding the U-Haul position. Ichira has the tool of the force, like you said, but Kohai's going to be hurt out on this flank. And
oh man! Oh!
Clear out that close corner. Prim wins out that one now. It's just down to Damo with no smokes to work with. Chinese Shrug finding that last headshot. 3 up for Daddy Davis, and they're looking much stronger on this map pick of theirs.
Yeah, absolutely. They're smoothing out some of the bumps. A little hiccup there on that third match, but now that they've got the guns in their hands, they're playing it slow and then looking for that attack of opportunity. Yes, the Cosmic Divide there was super, super helpful to completely split the team and basically guarantee the spike plant unless C-Team was willing to commit, pushing past it. But when numbers are even, you basically just want to try to play it for post. And from then on, they were just able to connect the shots more so than C-Team. And that means that they are now up 4-1. Should out C, secure the orb. That's going to get Kohai up to the ultimate. Ichiro following the drone push. Beautiful play there, taking down Damo. Gomez, though, has the knives, and that's a right click from that distance onto Ichira. That means no more knives, but Vex, ooh, unable to dodge Havix's showstopper, and that's going to mean man advantage over 2. C-Team. Gomez chilling around this backside, finds one. Does he know that there's another one there? Shrug, still chilling Shower's side. Prim gets taken down. Shots across the board. Gomez with the 3. That's going to be a round win now, finally, after a 2-round draw, picked up for C-Team.
Yeah, C-Team, the duelists reign supreme there. F. Gomez holding down the shower position after the unfortunate death of Damo there. At the same time, Havex watching the short position, each player covering their position perfectly. The showstopper being stopping the Rays from satcheling into U-Haul, making sure that no one is able to cross, and from there they clean up the rest of the kills as they find the first couple on the entries and nobody gets past those chokes.
Yep, and now the start of the 7th round. Kohai got the ult from the last round. Gets spotted out by the Trailblazer, so he's just going to instantly teleport away after getting flashed out, most likely. Vex is spotted out on the site, and he is just in the middle of nowhere, trapped between basically 4 members of the enemy team. Gonna get taken down. Kohai holding long angle. Off the side, go for that slow peek here, and that's gonna find Shrug. Havex gets 2 helping him as well. And Havex goes up and drops down, but it's no worries. Brimstone and Kohai are there to back him up, and that's gonna be 2 rounds in a row now. Momentum shift, maybe, perhaps, as now he's going to force Daddy Davis on some uncomfortable buys as They've got varying credits in their pockets.
Yeah, and that round, C team was so good with the information game and the rotations. They were able to get 3 or 4 players onto the B site before anyone was up the long choke of B or in hookah besides Vex, who's jumped out onto the site surrounded by 3 players. And because of that positioning from Vex, they were able to punish accordingly C team with the rotations and shooting at Vex from all different angles as Vex this time finds some revenge onto Havex as Light also finds a one tap to Damo at the same time.
Whoa, was that a wallbang through the box? Okay, Gomez pushing through out of TP finds Vex. And now, again, on the back foot, even though they're down 2 members, they are lighting up right now. C team still rolling with the momentum. Kohai knows there might be someone there. Takes down Ichira. They've still got the numbers advantage even though Spike is down. So this is still entirely possible for them. The post plant is nowhere near lost yet. Shrug though, looking to maybe push up this smoke, but he's gonna get droned out. No, Brimstone. Did you not spot him? Oh, he hears him for sure, but gets taken down anyways. Oh, this could be big because that's now a Vandal in the hands of Shrug. But he's behind enemy lines, but he finds one, and now it's all up to Kuhai, who's getting secret, he's getting welled, and he's getting headshot through a wall by Prim. Beautiful Thrifty. The 2v3 goes the way of Daddy Davis. Well played by them.
Yeah, and that round came down to whoever was going to win those fights in the back hall towards a spawn position. And being able to win that round out was Shiny Shrug as he finds the first kill, timing that drone through the smoke, getting that kill with the Sheriff, and then picking up a rifle and converting the second one onto the player pushing, trying to clear back hall, holding for the spike tap. And because they don't win that fight as well, the Diffuser has 2 angles to worry about that are 180 degrees, which is very, very hard to play around because you don't know who's peeking first. And if you guess wrong in that 50% chance, you can just go down as Havex gets
Hunter's Fury.
Yeah, Hunter's Fury coming out of the way.
Oh. Good satchel work though. But look, Vex is on the hunt. He's looking for Havex and he finds him too with the ult. Oh my goodness. So kills across the board. All of a side, it's a bloodbath on this A side. Kills both teams racking up. Hunter's Fury coming out for Brimstone as well. Finds one, not able to connect the second onto Vex. It's the 2-on-3 now. Spike hasn't gone down yet though. The momentum dies down as the defense are off site. Spike gonna go down on default. Boombot could touch spot go high, but it's actually Ichiro who finds the first piece of information. Conveys to the team that there's one heaven, and that's gonna mean it's another round over to Daddy Davis. 6-3 now. Hectic round, but they've got the numbers in the end, and they take it.
Yeah, 6-3. It was a numbers game at the end. Like you said, the ultimate usage was so good on the attacking side of things. Hunter's Fury to force the double satchels out of the Raze player on the other side. And after that, the Showstopper combined with it. Vex pushing up super aggressively, finding that pick onto the enemy Raze, and because of that opens up the site, creates so much space for the team. They know that they can do deep smokes and not worry about players on the site, and because of that they were able to hold out true in the post plant as well with the numbers advantage.
Kuhai gets spotted out by the Trailblazer. Again, instant teleport. Trademark is going to get pinged as well. X is in a really weird spot right now. Not going to lie. Damo though, helping him out with the smokes, but Kuhai has been droned out. Shrug flashes out, finds one. Ooh, almost it onto Brimstone there, but he finds his team is there to help him, and now basically all of C team has just been wiped off the board in one spell swoop. Havex is the last to fall, and that is going to be a pretty clean round there from Daddy Davis. They push out on the site, and all of the shots line up. C team falls one by one. Now they're heading out with a 7-3 lead.
Yeah, and that's something that we haven't seen a lot of after watching 1R4L, and it's that pace change that we were talking about where, oh yeah, this round we're going to do a slow default, and this round we're just going to hit you, and even if you know it's coming, you can't stop us anyway. And that was one of those rounds. Right after that round where they used such great ultimate usage on the A site, they're like, oh yeah, this time we're just going to go B. We don't have ults, but we're walking in. You're not stopping us. And it looks like they're going to go for a slower default. This is the pace change once again, and it's gonna keep the side of C team on their toes, but Brimstone just dry peeks B long. Could have been 2 or 3 players there, but didn't care whatsoever and wins out that duel.
Now Shrug droned out, guiding light. Ooh, almost catches Brimstone. But it's gonna be Shrug. Oh, actually, Shrug, we lost the point of view there for a moment, but Shrug pulls out 2 big kills. That is going to swing the momentum right back on the attacker's side. Transfers over the kill onto Brimstone on the right, left, where it looked like Gomez was hiding. Uchura picking a fight with Havoc, takes that one as well. So, numbers advantage firmly in the position of Daddy Davis. Kohai taking space in U-Haul. They don't know he's there necessarily, but looks like Spike's going to go down. Full control of Showers. No control of U-Haul. But now that has changed as Light catches Kohai. He was holding that angle. Now it's all up to Damo. Lone defender. Pops 1. Pops 2. Okay. We've seen him win these before, have we? Gotta be careful, though. Smokes comes out. Prim looking to maybe aggressively push this, actually, or at least hold a closer angle. Damo pushing up back of sight. Doesn't know where the last 2 attackers are. Turns out they're both in U-Haul, but he doesn't know that. Has to check everything here. Gonna go for the tap. And look at that. Prim is right behind him, and that's gonna be the headshot. Not much you can do there. Damo, valiant effort finding 2, but it's gonna be another round win over to Daddy Davis. Now, looking poised to take a strong lead into the second half. Because this is the last round of
Yeah, and the story has flipped itself on its head here, as this time around we have Daddy Davis going up 8-3. This is the same picture that we saw in Icebox, but going the other way this time. Is it does seem like these teams are more comfortable on their maps of choice, and it's really, really hard when a team is well versed on a map and they know exactly what the plan is, their go-to, and it looks like C team are just going to look for straight aggression through A short here with the double ultimates, but no value whatsoever, and this means they probably can speed it up towards B as they know that the aggression came down A short.
Yeah, I mean, look at them. They're poised and ready. And they've already pushed off the defenders from the site. Seekers are out as well. Kohai holding angles with the tool de force. Guiding lights everywhere. Brimstone can only do so much. Droning out looking for vision, but he's blinded out. Damo, though, on the flank finds 1. So that's already going to be a good man advantage there. They know he's on the flank, so that's 1 more angle you have to take care of. But still, they have to play it slow. Waiting for the utility to come together to commit the retake. Gomez. Bladestorm. Havoc's leading the way. Onside already. Prim has to watch him. The right click misses, but still gets taken out by Brimstone. He's got his back. Damo pushing out now. Gets taken out by Tiny Shrug. Shrug not looking the right way. Can't connect the shots, but kills all over the place. 2-on-1. Likes the last one left. Recon darting. Oh my, might push him though. Catches him out. Oh my goodness, it's the 2-kill clutch. Light finds the 9th round for his team. It's going to be 9-3 advantage in the second half.
Switching sides.
Wow, that retake starting off looked like it was going to go the way of C team there. They were pushing into the mid 2. Prim being stuck in that position gets sandwiched in that 180, even though the right click initially missed. Prim only finds 1, gets traded immediately, and then it's down to a 2-on-1 situation at the end after Damo gets taken out on the flank as well. And in that 2-on-1, that recon dart did so much work. Neither of the players turning to break that recon dart means it gets the scan on both, and he knows one's close, one's deep, gets the kill on the first close player, repeaks, gets a kill on the deep player, and that was such a cleanly played clutch by Light, because the shock dart came out before the recon dart to make sure one of the players gets off the spike as well, and because of that, the story continues. 9-3 for Daddy Davis.
Yep, now they're on the fence. They've pulled off C team for at least 3 more rounds to get to match point, and 4 more if they want to take this to match 3. Now they're holding the formidable lead on Bind, but oh, Gomez! Oh, the right click! But no worries, Vexcan will get away in time. Numbers still evened out. At least they know once they're A. That's plus 3 on B, and they let Havix find another pick. Ichiro gets taken down. So now it's going to be 4 members still alive for the attack. Light finds 1 with the shock dart. Was that all the way from B? Yes, it was. So genius, question mark. But still, that's both of them rotating over from CT, and that's going to be a lot to push through on pistols. Especially, again, when you don't have a lot of information. Recon dart's going to try to change that. It's going to land, but it's not going to find anything. Kohai is going to... That might actually be false information for the Trailblazer. Chinese Shrug might not know that there's one directly around the corner. Knows there's one, but does he know that there's a second? Oh my goodness! The timing was so off there! Oh my goodness, Shrug finds 2. Brimstone wasn't able to swing on the trade because he had an arrow out, and Chinese Shrug finds 3. Havix can't find the shots.
Wow. Chinese Shrug was looking straight at Havix, and Havix just whiffs ever so slightly. 2 shots to the right, 1 to the left. And because of that, doesn't get the one-on-one situation at the very end that they should have been put. And then now they're down 10-3, and this is the round where I think we saw Daddy Davis being put in. They forced on this round, but we're going to see what the decision is here from C Team, as they don't have many rounds to work with and don't have a lot of economy to work with either.
Yeah, for sure. No force. Just going to go on pistols. But Daddy Davis is not going to force their hand either on defense. They're going to wait for those pistols to come to them. There's no need to rush here, but maybe I spoke too soon, because they're going to go for an aggressive peek here with safety on to Ichiro, who can just instantly teleport away and maybe look for a cheeky pick. That was a mix of peek and pick. I slurred my words there. But Brimstone pushing up on this box, this new box on Bind. They're going to get gravity welled in, but there's no peek because Showers is not in their control. So if they peek out too wide, they could just get taken down. They don't want to give those Spectres away too early, and Prim almost loses it, but able to find 1, find 2. The shower push just not fast enough, not able to connect those angles. The smokes working honestly against the attackers. Yep, that is going to be a pretty spick and span defender round, carrying over the second. Now you're 3-11. That's close to match point.
Yeah, very tough situation. They knew they had classics and not much weaponry to work with, so they went for an aggressive push through the smoke, and they weren't able to find the shots there. They did have a possibility on a timing on the player triple who's reloading their Spectre there, but the reload goes off in time and the kills go the way of what we should normally expect the SMG round to go in the favor of. But the rifles are now online for the side of C Team, so we can see if they're going to be able to make some magic happen in this round, because if they don't pull out magic now, it might be a little too late.
Yeah, for sure. And now here comes the paint shells. Clear out, but Chinese Shrug has such an aggressive position here. He's gonna find 1, gonna catch the second, and the satchel doesn't work out. Oh my goodness, Light peeks the corner. That's 2 guns over to Daddy Davis. That is devastating. That's a Phantom and a Vandal now on the defenders on a round where you don't want to give those to them, especially when you're 3-11. Oh, and now the rest of C Team has to be so careful here. They can't afford to give away anything more. Ichiro, with the Spectre's the one pushing out, actually. To be fair, they don't want to give the guns away either. They don't want to give the guns back, or they want to keep those guns in their possession. But that is at least information for his life. Guiding Light comes out. Brimstone full blinded, I believe. Thought he dodged it, but I'm not quite sure. No one watching long, so he might just be able to get onto site and tell his team, hey guys, let's go this way. Shrug, though, hiding cheekily in this smoke. Again, this smoke might go the way of the defenders, actually. Again, Chinese Shrug finding a pick there onto Kohai. And he's only at 8 health left. Here comes the shot. Oh, and the smoke goes down, perfectly aligning Chinese Shrug's crosshair on a Brimstone. Damo trying his best, finding 3, but Prim behind him secures the deal. 2 guns over, and now this is match point 12-3. Daddy Davis.
And as a color caster, I'm normally not one to like highlight a player in particular, because I really like to focus on team play and how the team works together. But the sub of Chinese Shrug coming on to Daddy Davis has been changing how this roster kind of looks, and it's cool to see what Chinese Shrug is bringing. As we saw there, Chinese Shrug positioning on that box, calling for that recon dart, and that recon dart allows Chinese Shrug to get killed through that smoke that should have been a smoke for the side of attack, ends up being a smoke for the side of the defense there.
Yeah, absolutely. Those smokes just haven't been playing in the attacker's favor. Ichiro finds a pick, actually got teleport back. It is pretty tagged up, but a pick is a pick. Prim finding another 2, and wow, picks all across the board, and now it looks like definitely this map 2 is gonna go the way of Daddy Davis. Only Brimstone now. He's on the box. Vex playing into smoke. Again, another smoke that is going the way of the attackers. Ooh, couldn't find both, but Ichiro is there with the angle. That is going to be map 2 Bind going over to Daddy Davis. That means, Bowser, we're going to get map 3. Oh, man, this is exciting. We thought for a moment that maybe C-Team had the momentum in map 1, but map 2, like you said, Chinese Shrug coming in, reinvigorating the team, bringing new life to Daddy Davis, and now they've brought it 13-3, an even stronger score than the previous, and now they're going to send us straight to a third match in this grand finals, which we're going to be right here for right after this quick break, so don't go anywhere. This is it. Valorant Golden Goose 2022. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Golden Goose 2022 Valorant Grand Finals between Daddy Davis and C Team. Both of these teams have already played 2 matches, both of which they dominated the respective maps, and now they've brought each other to the very end. This Grand Finals best of 3. This is for all the marbles. This is for first and, of course, second place, but mostly first place. This is for it all. So, Bowser, you've seen them play on 2 maps already, and now we are heading to Breeze. I don't think we've ever even cast Breeze together. I mean, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, we've never really seen Breeze too much, but the new Breeze changes are definitely very exciting to me to look at, especially since it creates some angles that are better for both sides of the map, I would say. First of all, if you're playing on the defense, it's a little easier to push out, but at the same time, when you're holding those post plants, there's more safety and more positions that you can play around and better timing, especially with that new giant crate on the A site and tightening of that choke, as well as that giant wall behind the pillar on B site. So very exciting to see what teams have in store for us, especially since I don't actually know who's better on this map. As the previous maps, it would have been slightly more obvious, like, oh yeah, these guys play Icebox more, these guys play Bind more. But when it comes to Breeze, I'm in the dark as well. So I'm very excited to see what teams are bringing out here. And it does look like we're going to get a perfect mirror if Ichiro does lock in this chamber here. So it does seem like NA does have a meta, and they know exactly what they think is the strongest composition when it comes to Breeze. So maybe we're going to see a more even matches. The picks themselves look more even as well.
Yeah, of course, the biggest, I suppose, glaring obvious thing is the KO from locked in from both sides, not even contemplated by either, fully locked in. So that means we are going to get suppression from both that 0 point and that null command. So going to see how well that plays in, especially as well the self-revive on that ult, or not the self-revive per se, but the ability to revive the KO through that ultimate. Going to see how that plays into it. But otherwise than that, we're still seeing Chambers slowly creep into all forms of the meta, basically, with just that, again, that amazing safety with the rendezvous, and of course good flank watch and good delay with the trademarks as well. So just overall very well-rounded agent that we're really starting to see more often here. But yeah, Breeze, you know, best of 3 finals on Breeze. Since when? Since when? I've never seen that. So super excited that we're here casting this battle. Super excited that you guys are here with us in the finals. Make sure whatever team you're rooting for, you let us know in the chat. And obviously, GG well played, hopefully, to both teams, and that they're going to give their all as we head into this pistol round. And we've seen quite a few pistol rounds already, but any predictions maybe? Anything cheeky, Bowser?
No, I'm in the dark just as much as you are. We don't get to see Breeze too often, and it's the 3rd map of the best of 3. Very exciting. So I want to see
for sure
how these chambers reposition on these sites.
Yeah,
I think that's the main thing to watch out for, since lots of positions you can play, and Ichiro already showing you that the teleport set up behind that yellow crate, behind on A site, meaning Ichiro probably looking for an aggressive peek here and maybe trying to find one, and as soon as they find that first, teleport out as they can dive behind this Viper wall in a very aggressive position. But Damo is just a distraction here with that orb grab, as well as that
look at the tunnel push
screen.
Oh, they pushed up tunnels, but it was Havex who did the quick turn and took down Prim. So that's going to be guaranteed plant with a man advantage and with Vex significantly low health. Rotates are coming in now from both teams. Does look like that Damo is going to be playing at the window area, way off site, as here comes the retake out on first. That is going to be Ichiro leading the way, but it's going to be Shrug who goes down. Brimstone finds light as well. So now it's just the 2 on 5, and they're already deeply tagged. Vex on the flank, nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Damo finds his prey, takes him down. First round flawless, going the way of C Team.
Yeah, really cool execute coming from the side of C Team. They put up the toxic screen towards A, and whenever you see a toxic screen, you're like, oh yeah, they only have one controller. They're coming A. And because of that, some of the B players start trying to reposition, get a little bit aggressive, and 4 players are looking at me at tunnel. What's going on? Why are there so many here? It's a fake towards A, and because of that, flawless round coming out from the side of C Team. Very cool execute coming out.
Yeah, and Ichiro again playing this very, very aggressive peek. Has the teleport for safety though, so no worries there. Avex though bought the Vandal, but instantly gets taken down by Vex, but no worries, team backing him up with the rest of the guns on them. Vandal gets instead picked up by Kuhai. Only one Headhunter bullet left for Ichiro, and only one other teammate to back him up as well. Coming up from mid is Prim. Ichiro finds one. Prim not able to connect the shot to the Classic as easily. Ichiro now relegated to that gun as well. A little bit of a dinky one at that, and yep. As it usually goes, the second round with the bye goes the way of the winning team. That is going to be 2 rounds quick, and now it's going to be up to Daddy Davis to try and swing that favor back, especially now that Vex on that jet and on that op.
Yeah, and what's interesting to note here is that Havex does have a Vandal here, so I'm thinking that Havex is probably going to look for the entry here, and they're going to try their best to recycle this Vandal as much as possible, because they still have a buy going into next round with purchasing that Vandal this round, and 2 players as well on C Team with pistols. So Vex on that op, a dangerous player to watch out for, but they're heading towards this B side of all things and walking through the smoke, and Prim gets full flash.
Man, Prim. They don't know where he is either. Oh my goodness. They take him down, but they lose 2 members in the end. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Prim and Light go down. Still on the flank. Gets found out by the trademark, but the rest of his team, once again, chilling on that B site, got the spike down. Vex is looking for Demo, no doubt. It's got the op. Hold that angle. Demo. Down he goes. Peeks right into it. Walks right into it, per se. Ooh, speaking of walking right into it, there goes Chinese Shrug. Taken down by Gomez. 3 on 2. Make that a 3 on 1. All up to Vex. Gave the op away for the Vandal. Tries to pick it back up, but he's blind. Oh, no. Just trying to dodge the shots. Hide the head. But now, for real, is going to pick up the op and just look to save that. Take it away and make something else of it in the next round.
Yeah, and that was a very good execute coming from the side of C Team. Once again, it's the Demo lurk on this map. It's very, very good, but the counter from the trademark coming out from the Chamber shuts him down, but at the same time, the B execute was good enough, and the distraction of Chamber not being able to rotate off of A and help out the team on B makes it so the execute's a little bit easier on the side of the B take. And that's one of the cool things about Breeze. The map is so big, meaning that there's so many lanes you got to be careful for, and the lurks are so good on them.
Yeah, absolutely. And Damo's just been kind of playing like a snake in the bushes, just kind of hiding around, looking for that opportunity to strike, or at least keep the enemy on their toes. So I got this pop flash here. Looking to maybe bait out some shots. There's one, and that shot means that all the members suddenly come flooding onto side. Here's Havex, not able to connect the knives though. Hey, watch out there, buddy. Gets one headshot, but it's not enough. Goes down first. They don't know where everyone is. They stop to be careful mid, but the spike's still gonna go down. Pop flash through the smoke, or sorry, through the Viper wall. That's the majority of the defenders on mid. Ichiro has to be careful though. Kowai not able to connect the shots onto Light. Defenders could actually steal this one away from C Team. Prim connecting another one. Now finally the Vandals are doing their work. Finding one, finding 2, and now it's all up to Vex with the op. It's the 1 on 2. Does he know where Brimstone is? Oh, he hears the footsteps. He doesn't know he's right there. Oh, they were making good work with the Sheriff, but ultimately in the end, the op goes back to the way C Team, and as does the 4th round.
Yeah, and that 1v1 clutch, so cool to watch from Brimstone there. You would normally expect that if a Sova has double shock dart still up, they're playing an A main somewhere, they've got some sort of bounce lineup, so I'm going to tap the spike, get off of it, and then wait for the shock dart to hit. But Brimstone walks up to the front of the inner pyramid, an angle that you don't expect whatsoever, and that was such a cool movement from Brimstone. there. As they're playing the mind games in those 1v1 situations, and that's going to put them up 4-0, a very big momentum killer of a round.
Yeah, absolutely. Vex now forcing out the Blade Storm. Cutting around this A corner. Waiting for the enemy to peek him. The walls come up. He's going to walk right into his crosshair for the not careful, but not able to get the shots just yet. Dashes away. They're going to try to snake bite him out, but he makes it off. Light's going to find first blood, actually, way up mid. Finds Kuhai, but gets caught with a shock dart. I'm sorry, with a recon dart. And blocked out. Good cloud brick usage, actually, from Havix. Oh, Havix finding another one. Chinese Shrug not able to connect. Shots there. Haven is wreaking havoc in the back line. Gomez gets the tool de force. Here it comes. Has the numbers advantage too, so not even sure if that ult is necessary, but it's out now. It's holding those long angles. It's going to be all up to Prim on this B site to try to prevent any sort of shenanigans here and to buy time for maybe anything to be found by his teammate. Ichira, though, no prey to be found. Havex going up. Prim has to look everywhere, and he's not sure where to look, but he finds that headshot. But can he find... Oh, no, he cannot. Out of bullets, out of time. Gomez, though. Find one. Finds another as well. 3K. It's another round win. 5-0 now. Like you said, Bowser, the momentum. It's ramping up.
Yeah, it's ramping up for sure, and I think it's getting to Gomez a little bit. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that probably was a fat finger on the tool de force there, because he already had an operator in hand, so using that ultimate doesn't really give it any extra value whatsoever, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, because if you use your ultimate, that means you can collect more ult points to your next one. And they're 5-0 up right now, so that ultimate probably not too pivotable of a loss there, but great use of the 103 tanks up to almost able to take down Damo as well. No recon dart. There comes the null command as well. Ichira posted up on this high position. Do they expect it? No, they don't. Kohai getting taken down. Recon dart's gonna ping out too as well.
Yeah, Damo though picked up the orb. Picked up with the orb his ult, but gets shock darted out. Very unfortunate. Yeah, that Ichira position there might have spelled quite the advantage for this round. But Ichira also smells that the gig is up. Someone is in their base, and he's undoubtedly communicating that as of right now. Prim is holding down B with that Viper's Pit as well, but has to check behind him constantly for fear of that angle. And if Ichira's not looking down right now, he could get caught out by Havex if he's not careful. Oh, there it is. Gadget destroyed. Holds the close angle. Here's Havex. Is he going to go for the peak, though? There it is. That's the tool de force doing its work. Could catch Brimstone on the peak here as well. Sees the barrel. That's one. Can't find the second with the op on F. Gomez. But that's just one man against an army of 4. Has to be careful here. He's getting pinched out. Look at all the members converging on him. Where do you go if you are Gomez? Finds one. If he finds a second here, that could give him some space to breathe. If he can get Light, but Light is dancing. Dancing for his life here. Delaying time. Playing the time. Just such masterful work here, but still gets taken on the end. So if Gomez gets the spike down here, this is not impossible. Especially considering Prim doesn't have a lot to work with right now. Only a judge. He has to wait for Vex to come around. Goes for the peak anyways. Oh man, Bowser. I don't know about you, but I'm really getting scared right now. 3 health. 1 judge. Here's the drop, and there it is. Woo! Prim saving his team from an ace swipe. Gets the first round win on the board.
Wow, that was a really well played round from the side of Gomez there. I was believing in that 1v3 clutch, and also amazing camera work from our observer there. What a great nifty angle to be able to see both of the players approaching Gomez there, and it's just so cool to watch as Gomez finds all the information, getting the first kill onto Chinese Shrug towards that door position, and then knowing right away, okay, there's a player towards the back outer side of the pyramid, and then there's a classic that just shot at me from mid. I'm going to isolate this fight. I'm going to take the fight towards the outer side first, gets that kill, gets the spike down in the nick of time, and then a 1v1 situation could have gone either way if there was less damage on the side of Gomez's Havix, winning out the Jet v Jet duel towards the mid position, opening up the map a bit.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate way to start off that round. We're down one member already, done decently even though, but when you're on the defense, you want to have as many members as possible. You're already going to most likely be facing lower members when you inevitably get pushed on a site, and after losing another one, that's got to be an even bigger blow. Oh man, they have to be careful here now because now their spread is so thin. Any execute, every person needs to make their life count here. Chinese Shrug needs to come up big. He's full. He might get blown down if he's not careful, but the flash is good. Finds Havex, that's one. Can he transfer it over to his second, though? Oh, gets taken down. Shrug ulted too, the null command, but... Okay, that's a lot of health on the KO, so he's not going to get taken down just yet, but Damo's going to find light, and now it's all up to Ichira. That's not going to be good enough. And after that, after an intense round last round, it seems like C-Team is showing once again that this lead that they're having is not a fluke, that they are here to dominate this breeze now.
Yeah, and even though the agents are perfectly mirrored, the score isn't looking that way at all whatsoever. It's just the attack side going in and getting all these picks and openings and finding the spike down every time and holding true on these post plants. Once again, it's Damo on the lurk mid this time, not going through the halls. Finds that lurk time and gets that free kill.
Yeah, for sure. And now this time, though, Damo not on the lurk this time. Oh, nice shot from Gomez. As they are going to just group together onto this ace. They fragment to delay as much as they can as Shrug tries his best. But Havex has already dashed onto site, and the rest of the team will soon follow. Ichira is on that flank, sees the trademark. Is he going to be able to weave his way past this? That is the question. He's contemplating it. He's considering it. Whereas Chinese Shrug is on mid. Yep, Ichira makes it past, I believe. No, he broke it, actually. But do they know he's there? I don't think they do. Well, they might. Well, now they know because Prim had to break his as well. And that just gives Gomez the angle on to Ichira. They know another one's there. They know where light is. And the kills just come in. And now this is 1-7. Oh, boy.
Yeah, not much they can really do there on the pistols, especially on Breeze of all maps. Going from Bind, a very tight constricting map, to a Breeze, which is super open, super wide. Not a lot of vertical angles compared to Icebox as well. So just straight gunfights long range, and it's generally going to favor the side of the Operator and Vandals that are on the map when you're on that eco round. But 5 ultimates on the side of this attack half. This is not very good for defense. They really have to bait out a lot of these, especially the Hunter's Fury, as well as the Viper's Pit.
Yeah, now look again, more A focus. Fragment coming out, Snake Bite to cut off any sort of peek from the left. Pyramid, pop flash, Chinese Shrug goes down, the flash just comes a second too late because so high came through first. Damo gets taken down. That means no Viper's Pit actually, but Vex dashing into nowhere, gets taken down. Prim though, finds headshot. Oh, sorry, gets found by a headshot. 2-on-2 though. It's not over yet for Eddie Davis. Ichira though doesn't know that Gomez is there. The information not adding up. That's the 1-on-2. Light. Oh, Brimstone. No, not like this. Not like this. Oh man, he's going around for the pitch. What am I watching? Gomez, no worries. He's got the long angle, but oh man, Brimstone playing with his food a little bit there. We're 8-1. This is looking real rough for Daddy Davis.
Yeah, and one thing to note was that none of the ultimates were actually used in that round, and they were still able to just roll onto the A site, being slightly more decisive, slightly faster in their actions, especially notable on that flashpoint that went through the toxic screen. Whoever's flash goes off first there gets the kills, and the flash came out first from the attack side of things, and that's why they were able to swing 2 players through, not get flashed by Chinese Shrug, and convert that very nice null command there to get off on all 4 players there.
Wow, and Brimstone just dances the wall bangs every that he pushes out. Chinese shrugged. Apex stays down. Ichira tries to dash away from Light, but Light has so many angles to check. Gets clasped in the head. Again, it just looks like C-Team is just currently taking strides over the heads of Daddy Davis.
Last player standing.
Up to Vex and Prim. Make that up to Vex. Make that up to no one. Make it 9-1.
Yeah. And make it a very dominant half right now for the side at C Team. 9-1, like you said. It's just so hard to find an answer right now. This attack is just rolling in, steamrolling in, not being stopped by anything. This train is not stopping at any stations. They just keep getting through these chokes before getting their numbers whittled down. And I think that's one thing the defense side need to work on a little bit. They need to get that stall util, the poison cloud down right in the openings of these chokes and make it very difficult for them to enter here. Prim ready with the poison this time so that they can't just run in for free. And I really like this adaptation that they have made now.
See how it works for them. First off shot not connecting onto anyone, but Hunter's Fury is going to find Prim. Hold up there, finding one mid, but traded out numbers again. Even. Toxic screen up. That's the voice line, but Vex is pushed right through it aggressively. He finds one, but gets tagged out and gets... Oh, a nasty kill there. But still, numbers are still decently close. Light pulling out the Hunter's Fury. And actually, this might be Daddy Davis's first round in a while. After the drop, Brimstone not able to clutch it out. Stuck in an awkward position between two pyramids and three members of the enemy team. Gonna go down. Last round and a half, though. Still 2-9. Daddy Davis is gonna want to at least pick up this round, too.
Yeah, Daddy Davis finally making an adaptation to the attack that's been just rolling through. This time, they're more aggressive on their hold there by smoking out the A main choke right there. And then Prim being able to find one. Unfortunate that the Hunter's Fury was online. Very nice awareness from the side of C Team to get that trade immediately. Without the Hunter's Furies there, wouldn't have been possible. And then from there, another operator peek from the side of Vex, getting that first kill. And this operator duel in the mid is going to be very important too.
Oh, they both miss. I don't think I've seen something like that in a long time. Both of them had the shots lined up, just not able to connect. That means, though, that does mean that Vex is going to give up this mid position. That means that Gomez is going to be able to hold it with the tool diffs. And now Havex is wreaking havoc with this Blade Storm. Finding two already. Finding three, in fact. Oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. Finally shut down by Vex, but still, the damage has been done. 4-2. Vex has the Blade Storm as well. Can he make something come of it, though, because the spike is now down. Shira making noise. He's gonna be heard. Does he know that someone is there? No. Damo says hello. Takes him down. 2-10 in the first half. C Team. Only 3 rounds to go.
Wow, this is... I didn't think I could say this in the series, but a more dominant half than both of the previous maps. Both previous maps had 9-3 halves. This one a 10-2 for the tax line. And while I do think Breeze, it was a slightly attacker's favorite, I don't know if it's as attack favored as 10-2. Probably more of like an 8-4 map. So kudos to the side of C Team, as their attack has been so strong that they were able to pick a couple more rounds as possible. But now the true test is to see how they fare on defense.
Yeah, absolutely. C Team, if they get this first pistol round, they are going to be very poised to do good, because it's 10-2. If they win the pistol round, they get the buy. You either force the enemy team onto a buy to try to not let you get on match point, or you're forced on a match point on an eco. So the ball is kind of in Daddy Davis's hands right now. They need to make this pistol round count so that they can at least carry it over and save themselves from potentially getting stuck really, really close to match point. Ichira opening it up. That's good. One pick over to them. Daddy Davis starting off strong. Where are they going to go, though? Looking to rotate A, and this is going to be the play for them.
Havex peeking over the stairs there. Isn't able to find one. Takes a lot of damage even with the tailwind out, but actually turns it around on Ichiro. As Gomez also finds one towards Prim as well, and now there's 3 players left in the 4-on-3, but Havex just 4 HP left, so basically a 3-on-3, but no positioning for the post plant. They're all stuck on the outer side. This should be free shootings for the side of C Team, and they're finding every kill, and it looks just like that. Vex still stuck on this outer pyramid, is able to find the isolation fight onto Gomez, and now it's a 1v1 with Kohai with 1 HP, and Vex somehow turns it all the way around with no post-plant positioning whatsoever on the side of Daddy Davis.
Oh man, I think that was guns there because I don't remember exactly who it was on flank. Had a frenzy. If that was any other gun, maybe those kills could have come out just slightly faster and would have meant that the round would have gone the way of C Team, guaranteeing a second round bye. But now, I can't speak. Now it's gone the way of Daddy Davis. They're going to fully commit on this bye here. They're not going for Spectres. They're going for Bulldogs and a Phantom on Vex. They want to guarantee that this round is theirs, because they don't want to have to fall into that pit of, man, getting just so close to match point. 3-10. If they lose the next 2 rounds, that is so much ground you have to make up. That is 10 rounds in a row that you have to win to even hope of taking it home. Havex, Brimstone actually saying a quick hello because Havex is just pushed up so far right now, and she could get found out if he's not careful. Prim will find him, take him down. They've got the guns, so the attackers, they're the ones with the tempo. But Gomez catches Ichira, raising that gun out forward. Gonna take him down, and now 4-4 even. Bowser, this is a slow round at the start.
Yeah, it's a very slow round indeed, but the reason why is there's so much stall util on the side of the defense. Looking at things, they've got the KO Molly as well as looking Toxic Orb, and then the Poison as well. Nice entry from Vex, though, going all the way above Go High. 1v1 between 2 players mid, and everything's going to the side of Daddy Davis this time. And it's just Brimstone left in this 1-on-4 with just the Sheriff in hand. Does find one, though, making it a pretty good eco, all things considered. And now they should be able to carry over to the next round, as rifles should be on both sides now.
Yep, rifles on both sides means that this is going to be a pretty integral round because, well, having just come off the 2-round win, does Daddy Davis choose to commit the bye here? Obviously, they don't want to give up whatever economic advantage they have, but they also don't want to inch ever so closer to match point. And to be fair, it's only 4-10. But if C Team gets the momentum back, again, now you're at 4-11. Now you have to deal with the imminent match point. And I know I talked about it a lot, but I'm sure it's also on the minds of Daddy Davis. There they go, though. Trying out a site. Toxic screen up as well. They have an op to work with C Team on the defense, so are they going to be able to put it to good use? Vex finds the first, but Brimstone finding 2. The transfer over. Beautifully done. Catches sight of a 3rd as well. Sees light on the left pyramid. But look how pushed up Chinese Shrug is. He made it all the way up to orange. He's going to find 1. Not able to find the 2nd, but Gomez is really tightly placed here, but finds 1. But now it's all up to Kubai. Kubai and Chinese Shrug. Spike's not down yet. 1:03. Oh my goodness, Tiny Shrug. Oh my goodness, timing. Kubai finds the kill. 4-11. A bloodbath.
Wow, and that was all about the trading game. Who can trade more effectively in those final situations? And it should have been for the side of C Team there, but it was so close there. 1v1 at the very end. Kohai having to take that 1-on-2, and then all of a sudden it's just whoever's got the aim, 35 HP, separating the 2 players there. And it couldn't have been any closer of a round, as that is the most pivotal round of this game probably, which changes the momentum, changes the economy game, and winning it out for C Team spells disaster for the side of Daddy Davis.
Good. Tiny Shrug. Almost. Havex just wasn't able to connect. The 9's there, and even in chat, we see him talking about it right now. I'm sure he doesn't want us to talk any more about it than we are right now, because that was so rough there. Neither player at that drop was looking Havex's way, and Gomez caught with op in a close angle. Not able to carry it over. It could wreak havoc here with the judge. Tagged him up, but it's taken down. It's all up to Brimstone. 1-on-3, pushing out on the side. Gets taken down. 4K for Shrug. Coming up big now. 5-11, staving off disaster. Just a round longer.
Yeah, and that was actually more pivotal than the round before. I'm correcting myself now because it seemed like the money should have been the way of the team that won the previous round, but even still, the Eco almost had a chance to do something there as they had the knives jumping down there. Havex getting found out, isn't able to connect the shots, and that could have gone completely differently had they been able to find those kills there. And now we're gonna get Chinese Shrug running in with the KO ult here with the knife as well. This should be a very good opportunity and opening for Chinese Shrug.
Yeah, and I mean, after that last round, we are gonna see team forced on that eco, so it should be a pretty easy pickup here. Unless Havex has something to say about it with those knives, but it's all up to him and Gomez. So every knife matters here, and that's already 2 down. Knows that Vex is around that corner. Going for the right click, undoubtedly, but doesn't connect it. Oh, that's just unfortunate. Gomez out in the open as well. And yeah, that's the way the round, of course, most likely could have gone, but still. A valiant attempt from Havex and Gomez. And now again, guns in their pocket, operate on Havex. Let's see if C-Team can bring it back and push him to match point.
Yeah, 2 rounds is all C-Team needs right now. And they've already squeaked 1 out this half. And it does seem like defense seems a little bit tougher for both sides of these teams here, as they're not able to rotate fast enough to take some fights early or put out the stall util needed in order to stop players from pushing onto site. And that's largely due to this beautiful KO knife that gets placed at the start of this round, and the flashes come through. Poison is on the ground, and Damo can't find Vex. Vex is flying in overhead, but 1 is better than none there, as Kohai is the lone player on this site, playing around the pillar position expertly right now. Dart flying off the map, but Hunter's Fury is going to come out as well to look for these 2 players on the site.
Yeah, it's not going to find any kills during that time. Kohai did go down. Gomez spotted out. Location revealed, but the op shot doesn't connect, and now finally they're going to plant. The Viper's pit is down as well. It is the 3-on-4. Havex still on this op shooting. Look at this tight angle that Vex is holding. He's on that sliver of a wall there. Recon dart, not able to get destroyed in time. Oh no, rather did. Still 3 members alive for the side of C-Team, but look at this. Vex. Not able to find anything yet, but Brimstone already found 1. Numbers evened out now. Prim dancing at this pillar angle. Here's the footsteps. Has to be careful here, but Gomez goes right into him. Brimstone, though, finding light. Finally now, pushing out. Finds 1. Vex finally dropping from that wall. Can he find the second? Yes, there it is. Prim's got his back. 7-11. Get your Slurpees. We're going to another round. It's nowhere near over yet.
Yeah, huge Viper's pit from the side of Prim there. Damo also not able finding the second kill. That's the second time that dash updraft angle has been used, and I think it's time to be aware about it and adapt to it now. So I think it's very good poison usage at the very start to split off the team, but after splitting off the team, you gotta get Jet out of the position there, because it just makes it very difficult to aim against when you have to do these crazy 180 flicks above you. Normally 180s are on the side of you, but above you, that's a very tough angle to recover from. And now on these pistols once again, should be another round for the side of Daddy Davis.
Yeah, for sure. Peak hoping to find something, maybe a gun to pick up if he finds that kill, but again, it's all up to Kohai, holding this corner as always. Not able to destroy the recon dart in time, gets spotted out. Shockstar is coming in as well. Fragment a little late, but finds 1. If he can find Vex here, that actually could be huge, because that's 2 down already. Gets shot from behind, but he took down 2 members all on his own. Still, no guns get given over, right? So, still Sheriffs working on the side of C-Team. 3-on-3. All of them are on site though. Light on 1. Avex. OP, the member that changes the tide here. They're going to try to time this peak, and there's Chinese Shrug making it happen. 8-11 now, and now this lead is quickly getting gapped.
Yeah, Kohai almost going humongous there. Finding 2. No dash updraft this time from Vex on the other side. And it's very interesting to see how players play these positions differently with the agents and tools that they're given. And Kohai, with some pretty good timing on that Molotov, splits off 2 members away in B main and only 3 get in. But Kohai was not aware about the 3rd player wrapping around the other side from the pillar side. and gets shot in the back. But if Kohai finds 3 there, I think the round could have gone the other way quite easy.
Yeah, for sure. And now, CT on the buy. Rebound out spotted, and Havex peeks right into the tour de force. Goodbye, says the op to the other op. All up to Kuhai again, sitting in this pyramid. Has one other member. I'm still on the back for support, but instead, Daddy Davis is just going to look to rotate off. What they were looking for, they took the op out of the hands of Havex. One big gun down. Are they even going to look to recover it? Most likely not. They don't even know if they can push past this wall yet. Amo is going to have to come up big here. He's the only one on beat. He's watching mid. His toxins are low. He hears the flash, he hears the dash, he hears the slow, but he can't do anything about it. It's just too many members to deal with. Ichira finding one on the flank as well, on flank watch, sorry. And now Bowser. Man, it definitely looks like the defense, like you said, it's just a lot harder for both of these teams.
Yeah, and in that situation, Damon just has no information to work off of. Maybe jump spotting from a different angle could have given more information for Damo to play with. And having that information allows you to know when you can use the poison to slow down some pushes or stop some angles from being able to peek at you. And without that information, Damo just dies with both mollies still in hand and has a very tough fight ahead of him. 1-on-2 on that peak when he went towards that pillar position.
Oh no. Yeah, so CT made the call to recover the op, but now they're getting hunted. You know, it does seem like definitely that Daddy Davis doesn't want to give them these guns, but Kohai takes 2 guns away. They lose the op. Oh, and they lose it in the end. They still take away guns from 3 members of Daddy Davis, but their pockets are full. C-Team's pockets are close to empty. And again, forced on another eco. And that's just going to mean the gap just keeps getting bridged just another step further.
Yeah, I think one thing I would like to see is the trademark being used in that Hall's position, and then they stack heavier towards the wings, because most of the hits have been straight out of A, straight out of B, not much splits through mid, and even if they do split through mid, it's not as scary as the straight up pushes that they've been doing through A and B main.
Yeah, and Kuhai bought a Spectre there to try to do something aggressive with that pop flash, but Shrug was just looking at the right angle at the right time. Havex takes that gun away, but Light is still there. They're not going to repeat that, knowing that gotta use their manpower to their advantage. Having already lost one, they have to move as a group here, so they're pack hunting up mid. And it looks like for a moment that, oh my goodness. Looks like for a moment Daddy Davis was going to give them that space and wait for them to come to them. Or sorry, wait for C-Team to come to them, but then Ichira gets caught out. Still numbers advantage their way, and oh my goodness, Light gets caught out as well. 4 on. They've now got at least Vandals to pick up if they go back to tunnels and get it. Yep, that's exactly what they're going to do. It's 2 Vandals, 2 Sheriffs, a 2-man advantage. Spike's not even down yet. Oh, man. There's no way, or at least they hope that there's no way, that Daddy Davis gets sent to a match point here on an eco.
Yeah, that would be a crazy outcome to see, but if I'm C-Team right now,
30 seconds.
We're playing Snow or Death Ball. Group up as 4, walk together, play the trades, and make it very, very obvious where you guys are, as you're just trying to bait out those 2 players to take fights that they shouldn't be taking. And 10 seconds to go, and they walk through the entire spawn and weren't able to find any picks here. They just got to plant the spike and look for some aggressive post-plant positions to try to whittle down the numbers here.
Yeah, no ults for Prim. Late storm ready for Vex, but have that fan. Might trust a little more. Finds one. No trade there. A little late. Dashes away. Oh, can he find? Oh no, Brimstone finds him. Takes him down. All up to Prim. Destroys the recon dart, but can't destroy the rest of the team. Oh man. Match point on an eco. That has got to be so heart-wrenching. And now you're going to have to play it out. Even though you've made back all this ground, this is going to be a close game.
Yeah, and it was just the positioning mistakes from the side of Daddy Davis. 2 players being caught out with Vandals taking isolated fights against Sheriffs, and they don't out-aim them in those long distances, and you're alone. makes it very, very tough. You give over those guns, and that guns convert to a numbers advantage plus equal weaponry, and now it's just an anybody's round at that. So seeing that play out is very tough for the side of Daddy Davis. And now Damo also is going to be using that Viper's Pit off the rip, slowing down any pushing, finding one through the smoke as well.
Oh my goodness me. If Kuhai finds a kill here, oh, that could have made it the... Oh my goodness, Shiny Shrug coming up huge. Brimstone though, big ult, evens out the numbers. Spike will still go down though. And now that's a Viper's ult in return. The Pit now rising up above B. Brimstone needs to find someone here. Calls up that there's a Viper playing Cubby. Colonel has to maybe consider relocating, but the Pit is her domain. This is the 3-on-3 retake. This is for all the marbles here. C team, if they find Prim here, oh my goodness, they were so close. Spike's getting defused. Still getting held, but they get it to half. Avex finds one. Gomex finds the next. It's all up to Prim. Spike is defused, but he finds him. Oh, the clutch. They live another day. Daddy Davis, 10-12 now.
Yeah, and that was huge from the side of Prim, being able to get that Viper's ult up onto the Spike and then taking down the two Viper ults of their own. Chinese Shrug with a big entry there, even though they ended up dying to the Hunter's Fury from the other side. It was two players coming up very, very big, and those are the game-changing rounds as they were in a very tough position, and they answered. But they need two more here now.
Absolutely. Gomez pulling out the tour de force, looking to make something with the ult. The economy is a little shaky side of Daddy Davis. I'm sorry, on the side of C team. We've got both weapon members posted on those weapon ults, but Brimstone here could find something, but oh, there were so many members of Daddy Davis there waiting for him. Slow play still. Haven has the Blade Storm. Can he make something happen? Finds one. Dashes away with a sliver of health. How are you alive? Oh my goodness. Pulling out the Hunter's Fury to look for him is Light, but is not able to find it. Now the counter ult. But Ichiro coming up big. Up mid. Finds two defenders at the backside. Now it's going to be the 4-on-2 post plan. Havex still has Blades though. How does he still have Blades? It's all up to Kuhai now.
Oh, lots of utility to work with here. It's going to actually molly down that boosting position on the stairs. That null point not finding Ichiro as well. And so two pieces of utility gone, three players still alive. It's going to be a very tough retake, and hasn't even popped the ultimate either. Doesn't want to waste it just yet. Probably looking to save here after using two pieces of utility and not being able to find a kill here. And I don't know what the economy is looking like right now, but it does look like it might be grim for the next round if they don't save. But they do have both the operator from Chamber as well as the knives on Jet, so they should be okay for the most part, as this is the final round and they got to buy up whatever they have before the OT rounds here. But wow, what a comeback that's been started so far from the side of Daddy Davis, being down 10-2 in this match, if you guys have forgotten already, and bringing it all the way back to 11-12. One more round separating the two from tying things up here. And what do you think like the adjustment has to be on the defense side of things now?
Yeah, just one key thing is, actually, even though at the end of the round Gomez and Havex still had ult, they had used it that round, so they've got nothing except the guns that they bought here, and they still have enough for rifles. And they have one Bulldog on Brimstone. But this is their last round to make guns even. Otherwise, they head straight into overtime. And overtime, everything gets reset. Money. Oh, Prim has to pick that back up and throw it again. But everything gets reset and you're swapping sides back and forth. So this is the last round that basically you have a chance to take the game the way you want to take it. Because now, after this, once you go to overtime, you're ping-ponging back and forth in terms of rounds, in terms of where you are. It's going to be very rough. So here comes the 5-man push. Pop flash through. But able to find one yet. Havex opens big, but finds the second kill. Prim sprays all around. 3 members on each side. But Gomez finds 2. But it's still even. It is still even. Kohai, though, it's key. He has the null command. Could this be what is the difference maker? There it goes. It's been popped. Snake bites out. Cutting off terrain. Ichira and Light are both on site. They're both stuck there. But Demo might not be looking the right way. Kohai finds one. Knows where the other one is. It's up to Demo. It's up to Demo. Oh, sorry, it's up to Kohai. But Kohai can't find it. It's all tied up. We are going to overtime, ladies and gentlemen, in this grand finals. Best of 3.
Overtime.
Wow, what a game so far. That round was all about the trades, and the trades going even every single time, dwindling it down to the one-on-one situation. And in those one-on-one situations, it's all about whether or not you are wearing the right jeans. And today, the clutch jeans are on the side of Daddy Davis as they brought it back all the way down from a deficit of 2-10. And now they're going to be starting off this overtime on the defense side of things. So I'm saying whoever's able to convert their first defense round is going to take this game.
Yeah, and I just want to point out that the timeline of how the rounds went have been basically mirror perfect. I mean, 2 rounds for each defending team. And, you know, like, it's... Man, oh man. The fact that we're going to be back and forth in terms of overtime now means that we could just potentially see like triple, quadruple overtimes if this trend keeps going. Because if each team switches back and forth and they have a stronger side, I mean, who knows how long this can go for. And both teams right now are just playing it so slow. You know that every moment matters here in this overtime. Brimstone baiting out the shots. Vex waits for the recon dart, tries to make it happen, but has to dash away now. Here comes the engage. Execute out on sight. One's on his left. Vex knows there's someone there, but is he going to... The Dingo shot through the smoke. Down already. But that's the trade out on Chinese Strike. Found Damo. He's still hiding behind the screens. Another one found as well. 3 on 4. This could be going the way now of any team. Light finds 2 with the shot card. Are you kidding me? It's all down to Kohai. It's not good enough. First round overtime goes over. Daddy. Oh man, I'm already forgetting the name in the heat of the moment. Bowser, back me up here, but are you kidding me? What is going on in this game?
Yeah, Daddy Davis coming up with the big round there. But it was a defense round for Daddy Davis, so it's now up to them to take it on the attack side. Everything is in their hands now. They've been an attack side team for both of these teams, and because they were able to get a successful retake, that double shock dart coming in Light on the outer position, and all these players put a positioning outer, and this time someone punishes. So we have to see what's going to be the defense adjustment for the side of C team, because if they don't adjust accordingly, they're going to get punished, and that's going to be the tournament.
Absolutely. Chinese Shrug, pop flash over mid. Not able to find anything. Sprang through the smoke. One mid-style approach from the attackers this time. Now that they have switched. No picks yet, though. Again, so slow. Both teams know what is on the line. Looks like the focus is going to switch over for Daddy Davis onto B. And again, Kohai playing the close left angle. But this is currently the round that is in the hands of Daddy Davis.
Now, does Chinese
With
Shrug
this, they can
flash
take
this
round.
angle? Is there a flashpoint
Exactly.
going to be used? 0 point comes out. The off whiffs on the open shot there. Kohai in this close corner is going to get the trade, but Gomez is going to get one back. Now numbers are in the advantage of the side of C team here, and now a couple players are still stuck in B main. Gomez is going to find one more on the Ichira. The defense is reigning true. It's all down to Light, and Light can't find a third. Gomez coming up huge on this anchor of this B site.
Double overtime.
Overtime.
Double overtime. And like I said, considering the patterns of this game, are we going to be getting triple overtime, quadruple overtime? Who is going to pull out the strats that will be able to win them that crucial attacking round?
Yeah, and this is just a game of endurance and discipline. Whoever makes the wrong move first and gets punished for it, is going to lose this game. And it looks like it might be an A execute coming out very, very fast. No default coming out this time around. Within 10 seconds, they're already out of A main. Lots of utility being burned on both sides. And they're flooding through.
Oh, Chinese Shrug only able to find one. Havex peeks the corner. Vex misses the shot, but look at that. All across the board. That kills all across. C team dealing damage right now, finally on the attack. They've got the op on Gomez. Prim, one standing 2 against 1.
Get out of my way.
Bladestorm getting pulled out as well. Prim's all on their lonesome. Trying to keep what angles they can. Instant teleport away from Gomez. Keeps himself alive. That is crucial. Gets the reposition. Holds the sight onto the spike. Havex jiggling it out. Sees Prim. Smokes away the angle. Gonna push through it. Prim, can he be found there? Finds one. But Gomez, he's got the angle. There's no way. It's 13-14. C team. They're on match point.
Switching sides.
Oh my goodness.
Match point.
How many rounds have been decided by these one-on-one situations where the last surviving player has survived with under 50 HP? I don't have a tally of that stat, but I want one because it's been so many of these rounds where the trades have gone back and forth, and the last player is just coming through, and they've got 30 HP standing, defusing the spike, and it's these such clutch, tense moments that make Valorant such an amazing game. It's all down about the nerves of steel and who can really dig deep and find those moments.
Oh man, C team now on the defense. Gomez, player to watch. Got the op again. Made the difference last time. The last 2 rounds, in fact. Spot 3 in that corner there. That's, you know, some shock darts and utility to come out. But is it going to tag them? Yes, Vex and Prim. Oh, man. They might have just pulled themselves in a corner. That's already 2 down. Havex finds the angle 3. C team. This could be it. This could be the round that they have. Ichira trying to find the people on the flank. Gets one. Kuhai down. Trying to wreak havoc where he can. Finds Damo. Teleports away. Closing the gap. Closing the gap. Light. Oh my goodness. It was looking so good for C team, but now it's so close again. 2 on 2. Ichira out mid. Knows one is sight. Gonna start peeking up. Could catch Brimstone unawares. Good bait there. Waiting for the team. Gomez finds one. This could be it. Ichira. Chamber on chamber. Up against Vandal. What's it gonna be? Oh my goodness. With bated breath, we wait. Has to turn the corner, and it's Gomez. Gomez with the op. 15-13. C team is going to take it home. They're going to take the Golden Goose 2022 Valorant tournament after 2 maps, 1 on Icebox, 1 on Bind, and a grueling 13-15 match on Breeze. That is going to be C team taking home the win, taking home first place, taking home $200 for the split amongst the 5 members that worked so hard for this. They battled it out on these maps. They battled it out on Breeze. And finally, it is with that final op shot, that final ringing growl, that they were going to take it home. Oh my goodness, Bowser. That has probably been one of the most intense maps we've cast together. I mean, how do you even summarize that?
You can. It's just micro interactions that really bring out one team ahead of the other. And it's, once again, those last 2 rounds were decided by players with 20 HP. And every single detail matters. And when you're going and learning about Valorant, at first it's all about, oh yeah, you just press AWSD to move. But at the top level of play, it's all about if your Molotov is 1 pixel off or 1 second off. And those micro differences are what bring a team to the top and take it all the way. And this is what you see at this level of Valorant. And so excited to see more of it. And thanks to all these players for coming through and bringing all of this and making it possible to have such an intense match to bring to you guys. And this is also all not possible without our sponsor, who's been making sure that everything runs in this event, providing us with prize money, providing us with all of the equipment that we're using. And that's thanks to Deliver. And Deliver is a mom and pop shop. They do some fulfillment for company startups. They do it for Walmart, Shopify, Amazon, and all kinds of small businesses, including mom and pop stores. and they provide businesses with an easy way to ship items to customers very quick. How quick? 2-day fulfillment for all kinds of businesses. And it's not even just the top of dogs. Any mom and pop stores can get this 2-day delivery as well. And they really even out the playing field for all kinds of businesses. And why are they important to us as viewers, as players of these tournaments? Well, they actually hire UW grads to work at Deliver, and the startup owners themselves are actually UW grads as well. And they're always looking for more students to hire. So if you're looking for an opportunity to get hired, make sure you type !deliver in the chat. That's DELIVERR. And you'll see the link to click to check out all the careers that they have available, as well as if you have any questions about Deliver themselves, you can always email careers@deliver.com. Once again, that's careers@deliver with 2 R's.com. So thanks again to our sponsors. Thanks again to everyone that participated for this tournament. And any closing remarks from you, Blobfish, as we end off Golden Goose?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you kind of see it there. We're both exhausted, not in a bad way. I mean, those maps were so intense. They were so amazing to watch. Thank you to everyone who participated today in Golden Goose, pouring their hearts out in these Valorant matches, especially, of course, to our finalists, C-Team and Daddy Davis. Daddy Davis, bring home, again, $200. Congratulations to them. C-Team runners-up bring home $125. Thank you to everyone who participated in Golden Goose once more. Thank you to all the production staff. Thank you to everyone behind the scenes working hard to make this all happen. Thank you to everyone participated. Thank you to Bowser for being here on the caster desk with me. And we hope to see you back here again for some more amazing Valorant, for some more Waterloo Esports. And, we're going to see you guys soon. I do believe we might have one more announcement, actually, before we close it off. We do have a raffle. You should go check that. I'm not quite sure on the details there, but make sure you inquire about that, and we'll get to that in a moment. But again, that's all from Bowser and I here tonight. Thank you so much for sticking with us. We hope you enjoyed the show, and GG, well played everyone out there today. Have a great night.